Hello, hello, all you beautiful freaks. Welcome back to the Farfetch stream.
Another one?
Another one. And
why am I
one.
here?
I don't know. Leave.
You're here for the free clicks. Oh, well, that works. Okay.
Wait, no! My clicks! Come back!
We lost the king of indie animation.
We lost our meal ticket. Fuck.
The throne has been emptied. Who shall rise to the occasion?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
How's it going, gamers?
Good. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday, and also last day of Pride Month.
Last day of Pride.
If you're gay, you gotta stop after today. That's what the government has mandated.
We all go back to being straight tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was joking earlier when Dave was like, "Oh, it's the last day of Pride Month." I was like, "No, Farfetched is dead. No more Farfetched after June."
I was celebrating my bisexuality by playing Doom while listening to Lady Gaga earlier.
Fuck yeah.
Which is a very interesting combination. So, by the way, before we get started, we're going to be doing more of Quinn's hair because, God, this never fucking ends. We're going to have a little special guest today, guys.
Yeah, hopefully a little special guest will be joining us.
I think someone you'll genuinely be very excited about will be joining us whenever they message me. So
whenever they feel up for it. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but more work on this animation has been completed since the last time we streamed. In my own free time, I've been doing a lot of work on this as well. I think I did a whole another 5-6 hours of work on it in between the last stream. Yeah,
Oh no, Ashley.
I
didn't think about this. People are guessing who it is because look what you have on the top left corner.
Maybe. Possibly.
Also, Jack, are you serious? We just clicked live and you have to go outside.
He's just like his mom. Right before stream or right once the stream starts, always got to go to the bathroom.
Let me take this boy out real quick. Michael, be funny.
I don't know if that's getting picked up on the mic or if it's getting cut off.
It sure is.
It sure is getting picked up or cut off.
I wish it was being cut off.
Oh, it went through perfectly? Oh, hell yeah.
That is so obnoxious. No, we're not doing that either. No! Michael is tweaking. Yes, he is. Also, Palm does stuff. Thank you for the $2 donation. The boys are back in town. They are indeed. The boys are back in town to kill you.
Hey, guys, should I go on another walk during this stream?
No! Stick around.
I don't know. I'm thinking I want to go for a walk. That big chicken I had earlier is a little thick.
I know you're supposed to be a cat, but you need walkies like a dog.
Also, since Dave is taking Jack out, I don't need to walk him, so...
Oh my god. Oh, but anyway, yes, we are nearly done with Quinn's hair. There is... these few frames here where he's missing his bangs. And then he's got his hair everywhere except, there are a few frames here where he's missing bangs. And then this is the big part. Right here, this big empty gap that you can only kind of see. So that is the part that still needs filling in. And then I think almost everything after that's done. Yeah, I just need a few frames here. But it's basically nearly done. Oh. Quinn
By
gives
the
me
way-
gender envy. Nice.
By the way, to all the viewers, did you guys see the other day we did a big old stream with Vixen VTuber / Marissa Lenti, where we played through a Digital Circus fan game. Ashley and I voiced along to
Yeah,
it.
it was very fun.
It was a fun
I
time.
had a great time.
Yeah.
All right, time to draw this boy's hair.
We kept making assumptions based on the dialogue. We were like, oh man, who do you ship? They're totally shipping Jax and Zooble just because of the way they talk. But apparently they on their Twitter, they're very much a Pomni and Jax shipper.
It seems like they might ship a bit of everything.
I mean, I feel like that's how a lot of people are.
Or at the
They're
very least, they just like doing fan service for everyone.
Yeah. I have to specify that no ships are canon. They all hit the iceberg.
Unless stated in the show, which who knows if there will be ships in the show or not. Nothing's
I think
canon.
you said that there's no relationships.
Oh, did she? Okay. Well, then
think
there
so.
you go.
Who knows? And if there are, then you'll have to wait and see.
Bogtrotter FL says debating on buying a pack of cigarettes or giving a $10 donation. Then I realized you guys don't give me cancer. Hope the $10 helps. Well, I am glad and appreciative that we don't give you cancer, and I'm glad that you're not buying a pack of cigarettes.
Now we are. Now we're buying a pack of cigarettes.
Now I'm gonna go buy. No, fucking thank you for the donation. And then Rainbow the Snail says, "You all inspire me to be creative. Thanks, everyone. Aw, that's cool. Thank you."
Who's buying us cigarettes? I'm back.
Bogtrotter's buying us cigs.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
You like cigarettes.
I can reignite my addiction from college.
What was your favorite brand?
Marlboro.
Really?
Yeah. Marlboro Reds, and I also would I smoke Black and Mild.
I was just about to say I just
7-Eleven.
I just smoked Black and Milds. I didn't do cigarettes. I did cigars.
When my
Don't do
mother
it.
when my mother did the funny thing of, here, little kid Michael, smoke this, that way you choke and hate it and never smoke again. I believe it was a Newport cigarette. However, if just in case I never told the story, my mom did the thing that some parents do, where they'll introduce a child to a cigarette, that way they choke and have a bad experience and don't like it. I liked it.
Oh, no.
But it's okay, because I knew at the time that I didn't want to get into smoking, because I was like, oh, I want to be a voice actor. This wouldn't work out for me.
That's the exact same thing that happened to me, because I had the addiction in college where I spent all my time at the school's radio station doing shows and stuff, music and on-air stuff, and I knew that I wanted to do like radio and voicing stuff. So I was like, I probably shouldn't give myself mouth disease, so I'm gonna stop these things. Don't smoke, or I don't know.
I don't know. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's bad for you, though.
Daniel said, so you were always screwed up, huh, Michael?
There's many things I could say that I will not say about my life growing up.
I remember the one time you were like, oh, I have a funny story, and at the end of it, I was just staring off into space like Kim at the end of the pilot for Smiling Friends, just dead inside. I was like, Michael, I don't like it when you share stories.
I showed Ashley the area I grew up in, and she's like, I would have killed myself. And I'm like, okay.
Sorry.
I didn't.
You made it out.
It's so depressing. Every building is abandoned and run down. The roads are all fucked up.
The city in question is Youngstown, Ohio, for those curious. Youngstown, Ohio. It's kind of a not great place.
Like, it's just so sad there. It's nobody's fault. It's the city's fault, if anything.
They tried like 10 years ago to bring some life back into it, and then they gave up.
See, and it has that vibe.
For a city called Youngstown, sure is old and decrepit.
Yeah.
Zing!
Also, August, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for the $10. Gee, this show is so cool. I wonder how I could possibly support it. Hint, hint. If only there was a place or places to go help out. Nudge, nudge. I don't know what you're implying.
Why would you want to support this show? It's gay and it has pronouns. Like, that's such
This,
a
this character literally has long blue hair and everybody thinks he's a girl. So,
But no, thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate you. If you would like to check out the show in other ways other than just Super Chat, you can check the links down below. We have a Patreon where you get to see behind the scenes updates for literally just $1 a month. And we have a Ko-fi if you would like to donate and not have 30% of your donation get eaten by YouTube. And I think there's a link to our website as well, which has info on the show and the characters and the music and all sorts of fun stuff. So, yeah, check it out if you like. Do not check it out if you don't want to.
you know what? I have a genius plan, actually, that we should have thought about years ago to make a bunch of money for the show.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? Tell me, Dave.
So, this is what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
We should set it up, program an algorithm that every single
An
time...
algorithm?
Gonna give up.
No!
Anytime somebody makes some kind of comment about Quinn saying, I thought he was a girl, we automatically take $5 from their bank account and donates it to us.
Bro, the show would have been funded by now.
We would have made this show 3 times over.
Sometimes boys can look like ladies.
Have these people never seen any hair metal band from the 80s?
He is
Like,
just
every
fucking
every
every
single
80s
member.
drummer.
Yeah, it's like...
Gender representation and gender identity have nothing in common. You can do whatever
Hunter-
you want.
Hunter says we'd have 3 Sesmoid albums by now.
I'm so ready to be done with this fucker's hair. I was working on this in call with some friends and Farfetch crew members the other day, and I was just bitching about Quinn's hair the same way I've been doing in these streams. And my friend was just like, hey, why don't you, simplify his hair or something if his hair's so bad to work on? And I was like, no. No, you don't understand. His hair actually isn't that bad to work on. It's not much worse than anyone else's. I'm just bitching about it because it's what I'm currently working on.
I was gonna say, all you want to do is just have a reason to complain.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a reason to complain.
This is like that time. Do you remember our friend Goof was visiting us, and I have in the side of my car one of those because I'm an old man. I like my CDs in my car, even though it has Bluetooth. I have one of those CD holders for above the mirror, the window mirror, and it was it kept sort of falling off, slanting to the side. And every time he'd get in the car in my passenger seat, he'd complain Dave, this is pissing me off, you need to fix it. And then I'm like, then do something. And he says, no, I don't want to fix it. I just want to complain.
Yeah. It's the realest thing he's ever said.
So I just double strapped it and I'm there, now shut up.
The moment I'm done with his hair and I'm moving on to his face or his clothes or anything else, I'm gonna be bitching about that just as much.
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing about Quinn's design that is genuinely a pain in the ass that I do genuinely need to change, though, is the gradient in his hair. I need to do something about it. I'm not going to get rid of it. I just need to find a better way to do it. Because that part is a little bit annoying. But yeah, fucking...
Oh.
We're almost done with it. We're so close.
Our special guest is ready to be pulled in.
Oh,
So let me
they should be able to just hop right in. I think they have access to this channel.
let's see.
If they so need, they can pop into one of the other voice channels and I can yoink them in.
Let me see.
Oh,
that works.
Hello?
So, I heard y'all were getting the audience warmed up for the real show today.
Oh, God. Who invited you here?
Oh my god, it's
Get the Guano Gang out of here.
yeah.
Come on, guys. You know you want the bratty batty to bring in audience. You know, how many views you got right now?
Holy crap! It's N from Murder Drones.
Oh my god, it's Noi from Half Mao!
How's it going?
Yo, guys. How are y'all doing tonight?
Everybody, it's
Good.
Michael
I've missed
Zekas.
you, buddy.
Michael Zekas.
It's-
Yeah,
voice of
everybody
Drain.
say
He's
hi
here.
to Zekas in the chat. Voice of Drain, if
yo.
you don't know.
It's been a hot minute, and it is... Thank y'all for inviting me on. I literally just got back from VidCon about an hour ago.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for joining. I'm sure you're exhausted.
Did you have a fun weekend at least?
Actually, yes. I will say a very busy weekend, and was there with the AFMAL channel, and that's a lot of feds. There were a lot of feds.
No.
Oh really?
Boy.
Oh yeah, and you just go at some point. It's the most touching thing because towards the end of the convention, once the planned signings were done, everyone was trying to get one last one if they didn't have a chance to get someone. So it's like, oh yeah, can you sign this and this and this and this and this? And you
Aw.
just have kids and parents just coming in from every direction. I just go, oh, this is so cool. This is so sweet. And also, I'm having every bit of social panic right now. Just smile. Just smile.
If you want to send Ashley your sprite things, she might be able
Oh,
to
I could
set those
just
up.
I could just set up the reactive Fuji right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I got three that I can send over to use for that. I just realized I forgot to link.
Yeah, let me go over to reactive Fuji. I'll get that set up real quick.
Yeah, I felt bad because I was like, I saw you retweet the stream, and I was just like, does he just want to come hang out? It's been a while. But
Just
then you're like, I just got
hey.
back from VidCon, and I'm like, oh no.
Honestly,
I
you know
should
what?
probably let him sleep. Like,
You know what? It especially with the energy up right now, just to have some fun. And Ashley, I dropped a link in the streaming chat, so
Oh,
if you want to
perfect.
use
Thank
that.
you.
But
Oh,
You know
actually,
what?
I think it already has your PNG tuber on reactive Fuji.
Yep.
I can just use that link.
because what do you use for yours? Are you using VitoTuber instances?
Yeah, I am using
or?
VitoTuber.
Oh, okay, perfect.
oh my god, Michael Caine with the Michael Caine? No, with a 140. I believe that ZAR. I think that's South African currency. But greetings and good night. Had a late night gaming session. Managed to catch a live stream, but going to sleep now. Good luck with the show. Can't wait. Thank you so much, Michael Caine. I loved you in Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh no, is this going to be another stream where we talk about nothing but the Muppets?
That's been like the last three, honestly. So.
You say
It's
that like
time
a
to
bad
put
thing.
on makeup.
It's time to dim the lights.
Oh no,
Light the lights.
Cricket.
It's time to get things started on the
that-
Muppet
Show tonight.
It's kind of
Bum,
funny
bum,
how
bum,
like
Doo-doo.
the two Farfetch characters I could really see as like the three Farfetch characters I could see as like hand Muppets are Griff, Drain, and Kira. Just like, especially like with the Drain like helmet, I could see that it's just like a weird looking
I
Muppet.
want to drain
like-
Muppet so bad.
Dave, now that you've got some experience handling a Muppet, maybe it's time to get a Kira Muppet made.
I really
Ooh.
would love to commission for a Kira or a Drain or a Griff one. That South African rand. Oh, I was correct. Okay, cool.
As we were talking Muppets, all of a sudden I just see my sprites fly off the screen, and I just go, okay, fair enough.
So when I said, "Oh God, crickets," because she sat on my controller, and so it just Control Z'd everything that I had done since the start of the stream.
No.
On OBS.
Do you want me to make up a VTuber file just to
No,
drop
it's
that?
fine. God, cricket, stop touching shit. There we go. Fixed.
Cricket be getting in the way.
Now she's sat her fat butt right in front of my tablet. So I guess I'm not working for a minute.
I guess not.
Cricket really said no drain today. She did.
Oh my god.
She's a
Only
Quinn sim.
Infamous asks, "Am I allowed to throw Zekas into the stratosphere?"
I was gonna say I make that a perk on my streams, but for you, Infamous, darling, sweetie, honey, anything you want.
Yeah, you should make fun of Infamous for being a drain sim, by the way.
Oh, really? A drain simp, I hear.
They're
Well, would
the-
you
they're the
care to use
reason
my
the-
air fryer?
They're the reason the fucking now, like, we had to confirm that the British thing with him.
Oh yeah,
Because
Drain doesn't have a British accent.
He doesn't have a British accent. His family is British. It's the same thing with like Quinn, where like his grandma is Irish, but he, there's no accent there.
Yeah, somebody discovered like, oh, that's why Drain and Quinn have beef. It's by blood. The Irish and the British.
I'm pretty sure you don't see like, how about some cheese and crackers, Gromit? Like you don't hear that. Like.
No binary says, what? Why was that hot? Yes, air fryers are very hot. They get very,
yes.
very hot.
Bloody hot. We get hot and spicy up in here. Oh, wait. I'm British. We don't get that spicy. Not that spicy.
Well, we have salt and we dissolve. Oh,
yes. No the vinegar. No good. Yes, perfect.
we have our chippy tea with the pudding on top and the iron brew.
That video is so rotten. Zekas, have you seen the chippy tea?
Not yet. I feel deprived.
Oh, it's
That
awful.
video.
Oh my god, send it to
God.
him. Send it to him. It's so nasty.
Yee.
I know. I think the one thing I don't have, I think I just have to use the streaming chat that I did because it looks like the other one. That's the special clip for special people.
I am excited about the new Wallace and
Sesamoid.
Gromit movie with the penguin coming back.
Oh, there is a new. I
Yeah.
was wondering why they were trending all of a sudden.
I haven't seen any Wallace and Gromit movies.
God, you're just.
I'm sorry. I haven't
Everything
seen anything.
Everything I reference, Ashley's just like, what that?
Everything fucking Dave loves, I don't know about. I had at least seen Army of Darkness before you met me.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen
I'm
Evil
proud of you
Dead,
for
but I had
that.
seen Army of Darkness somehow.
That counts.
So close to being done.
Quimby
with
says, "I'm
Queen's
sorry that I
Hair."
asked what kind of white drain is." because when we were going over, people were asking what like race and nationality characters were, and we were like, Drain is the one that is just straight up white. But
And that's before the vampire part.
Yes.
White and a vampire. So extra
Oh
white.
god, that's like a double stuffed Oreo without the cookie, just the cream.
I feel like that's someone's fetish.
Just having just licking only the cream off of like a double stuffed Oreo and leaving the cookie part.
For real. Just looking back on, que rico. With a side of Wonder Bread.
God, my hands are so fucking wobbly today. Ugh.
So how have y'all been? I know seeing some of the animations that have been posted recently, and of course, just looking off to the side, just going, oh, so hype, so excited.
You saw that Drain finally is animated in something, right?
I did not.
Oh, let me send you a secret.
Nani?
The
Yeah.
patrons, I think, have
Has-
seen part of it.
Has he not seen like the animatic?
I'm about
I've
to
seen
send
the
him
animatic
the
I
full
s-
opening animatic. I don't think you've
Yeah,
seen
it's
it.
updated big time.
Yeah, not the full opening one. The last animatic I remember seeing. I think I had seen part of the animatic where there was at least a still shot, and then of course the episode animatic, which y'all showed way back when we were able to meet in person 2 years ago.
Good lord, that was the panel where we showed the whole pilot animatic. No, this is particularly the opening.
Nice. Oh, I'm so hyped.
I'm sending it to you.
Alicia Maxwell, thank you for the £5. Would Farfetch ever be a 16 R-rated show? No, it's a 14 plus PG-13 show.
Yeah.
Hope Amazon will give you
14
shows.
plus, but PG-13. What do you
14
mean, Dave?
plus
Well, I guess
is the
that's technically-
TV rating.
I know, I understand his logic there. It would be like 13 plus technically makes sense because PG-13. Like, it's so
is-
that's so weird because it's TV 14 but PG-13 for the movies.
I wonder
which is
why there's
weird.
a different rating system between TV and movies.
You got to be 1 year older to watch TV. Like,
Or
even
European, Peggy 12.
Even though watching TV in
Purchase
the
Peggy
comfort of your
13.
home is
Yep.
safer than going to a dirty movie theater. So that logic makes sense.
Oh my God, Ashley, Dave.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. Now actually make the opening for the main character instead of all these side characters. Let's totally redo this.
That one shot with Drain and Quinn is gonna make the fandom go
It
feral.
would be really
I just
funny if we
know it.
do
Yes.
we do a thing where like Drain, we have like one thing where he does like a really shitty edit of the opening where he just draws himself over everybody else like a bad YouTube poop. like
He draws himself over everyone else, but erases Quinn from every shot that he's
yeah,
in.
there you go, yeah.
Just puts poop there instead.
He's stinky, gross.
You know, that one shot where it's the two of them, you know that shot, he just draws another one of himself where Quinn is.
Oh my God.
Drain looks like he's about to drop the most personal diss track in history.
Oh yeah, because up in the corner we kept that Kendrick Lamar Drain meme that
I know.
Adam made.
It's like, oh, we have a secret guest coming, and then I forgot I left that there, so everybody's like, huh,
Yeah.
I wonder. And I'm just like, I didn't, shut up.
Oh my God.
Drain's like, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Those are lyrics to one of the songs there. I don't have to explain that joke to you, but I did anyway.
Ashley, stop making your characters hot. I can't help it.
Come on, y'all. Think of all the hotness you're getting courtesy of the creator in this economy.
In
Fuck,
this
most
economy?
people. In most people now, that's like microtransactions to be able to get a little more hotness. You want to change the facial shape, you want to get the eyes, you want bada booba, pick your thing. It's all upcharges nowadays.
I'm
Thank
handing it out for
creators.
free.
Oh my god, Hunter just messaged. So you know how, like I said last time, for some reason, the chat does that auto-generated thing based on what the chat is talking about? Hunter just messaged me, chat summary. This YouTube live chat is about the animated short film Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget, and the streamer Quinn. Viewers are discussing Quinn's hair and making observations about the film's animation and streaming service.
Huh? Yes,
So
streamer
everyone,
Quinn.
Quinn actually makes a cameo in Chicken Run 2.
Freaking, if it was modern times, Quinn would be a streamer. I know streaming was technically a thing back then, but it wasn't super
It
common.
wasn't what it is now.
Yeah.
There was, I think, Justin TV. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Justin TV.
I can't remember when I started streaming.
By the way, speaking of crappy, old, outdated websites, chat, have you guys been to the Sesamoid website yet? Can I link it in the?
Yeah, go for it. It's like sesamoid.rocks or something, isn't it?
So I know you all know about the Farfetch'd website, but if you there's another website. The way to get to it, only saying this once. I'll link it here though. If you go to the music tab of our website, and then click on the spinning sesamoid logo at the bottom, you'll find this website. I highly recommend you all go right now, look at that, and read it.
It's very dumb.
Quinn is very proud of his handiwork making this.
His Web 1.0
Oh my
craftsmanship.
God, the animated GIFs. I looked at this, I think, in the last month, and just all of a sudden, through the chaos of life, forgot that this piece of art exists.
I need to work on making the website even shittier.
Yes. Just
I mean,
have
Quinn needs to
iframe
work on the
ads.
website more. Oh my god, filling it with fake ads would be so funny.
Oh, 100%. I highly recommend you read the diatribe that Quinn himself wrote, by the way, above all the music stuff.
Right above the music stuff.
Oh, this is outdated too because Creature Feature is out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Quinn, you gotta get back. Come on, buddy. You gotta get back to
Update
posting.
it.
Get good, scrub.
Ugh, Quinn. Not taking the time to update his own website. How dare he?
Too busy trying to dye that red out of his hair, huh?
No comment. Farfetch takes place in the early 2000s. It does.
Well, not the early 2000s, the mid to late.
Mid to late 2000s.
Mid-ish. One thing that we're probably going to change between the pilot and the actual show is the pilot takes place in like 2008, but honestly,
I was gonna say 2000X.
Yeah, honestly, putting it on such a like defined like year kind of messes with things a little bit, because like we'll want to do stuff and reference stuff, and it's like, oh, well, we can't because that didn't happen yet, or oh, that's not really relevant anymore by that time period, and like all this stuff. I'm like, I just want to mess around with the 2000s in general. That whole era was just a vibe. So I think it's just gonna turn into, at some point in the 2000s, just a mash of that entire decade? Decade's the
I was
word,
going
right?
to say, even Adventricular perfectly captures it's somewhere in the mid to late 2000s with that sound.
Thank
Yeah,
Ever
you.
since that came out, I just listen to that and go, it's amazing how perfect it just captures the riffs of the era.
You can thank Hunter for that. Our
Indeed.
main composer for all of Sesamoid's music. He does a fantastic job.
He does.
Mhm.
Also, since I know you're there, Hunter, you're welcome to join too if you would
He messaged me. He's got something going on.
Okay. Rude. Doesn't want to join us. How dare he? Is the Necronomicon canon in the Farfetch'd world? You know what? Sure. Why not?
I have one behind me on my shelf.
Yeah, this
Does
is a
that
show
count?
co-created by Dave. The Necronomicon has to be canon.
Yeah. I mean, I've said before that Ashley and I have done the thing where we're not actually interested in having big celebrities in our show. We want to have voice actors, but the only exception would be I would want Bruce Campbell if I had the option.
Yeah. I think any
So,
celebrities we want tend to just be fun B celebrities.
I was just thinking about that for a second, going, have him like a villain of the week, possibly.
We did have a fun idea for a character that he could be.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how well that would work out, but it would be fun.
Will Kira become Rue's emotional support dog / eldritch being?
That's what she already is.
That is what she is.
That's literally
You
what she
nailed
is.
it.
So, yeah, good job. You nailed it.
Bog Trotter FL says, "Oh God, they're gonna have to They're going to have the torture of listening to "I'm Sexy and I Know It" on repeat. That was at that time, wasn't it?
Oh God.
Yeah, I think was that 2010?
Probably around then.
When was LMFAO?
Around
Yeah.
too long.
If you have any questions for Michael, the cool Michael, I'm talking about Zekas.
Okay, good.
Drain is here. So,
Hi.
where can I find the Quinn thing? Here, I'll post it one more time. There you go. That's the website.
Sesamoid.rocks. Check it
Right,
out.
Just remember, he's the Michael who works on AFMAL. I'm the Michael who works on the Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah, that's
Right,
that's
right.
exactly it. Yeah.
It's like there was an old video I remember from a convention. Once there was someone who tried to pull something in Artist Alley where they bought like 14 booths, and a bunch of people came up to them and trolled them, and they just said to them, "You both should sue each other." And it's like both of us, it seems, with our characters that are just spiritual brothers. Yeah, your mom was to have two Michaels?
Wow. Two Michaels. You can never have too many Michaels.
Oh,
It's such a
never
common name.
You can wear like the shirts like Thing 1 and Thing 2. It just says Michael
Yeah.
and Mike 2. Misty asks, is it still planned for Rue to eventually learn who/what Kira is, or was that dropped? No, I mean that still happens. That's part
Yeah.
of the because doesn't know all completely what Kira is right away, but there is that connection from the beginning.
I will say, episode 1, you're probably gonna learn a bit of what Kira actually is.
A little bit.
But the full truth of it isn't revealed until much later.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a big hint as to part of that in the opening animation, so go join the Patreon, just $1 a month. You can check it out right now.
Rue is actually, Kira is actually the reincarnation of Rue, of Rue's mom, who's dead, right?
Before you added that second part, I'm like, calm down, this isn't Kingdom Hearts.
And then you hear
it's like,
Kira's
is Rue's heartless?
and then you hear
Simple
Kira's first words. Isn't that right, Rue?
Oh no.
If we ever have Kira speak, it needs to be pulled off in the best, most unexpected way possible.
It's because I always want to be with you.
I lost my
Pikachu.
mind.
Oh my god.
I lost my mind in the theater at that.
I love the reaction of just everyone in the theater going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's good.
Because they're like, "Oh hell no! What?"
I thought it was sweet.
Kookaburra, you're telling me Kira's not a Sparkle Dog? The way to explain this is that Kira's favorite form is that of the Sparkle Dog. It's a little bit like, I equate it a little bit like Pennywise in It, where the clown is its favorite form, but that is not at all it is.
Yeah.
Is that fair? to
Yes.
say?
That's entirely fair. Like, Sparkle Dog form is basically her default form.
It's her safe space, kind
Yeah.
of. Like,
But I equate I equate Kira more to a malleable ball of tar. Like, she doesn't have bones or nothing. She's literally just black goop with a purple Sparkle Dog facade on top.
that's why the band is named Sesamoid, because they took all the bones from Kira.
Yeah. So yeah, there's more to her, and like, I feel safe saying that because it's not exactly a spoiler, because you see her fucking like tarriness all the time.
Yeah.
So at what point then are we going to get just Kira like a cat malleably fitting into everything memes?
We have a comic
if I
about
fit,
that.
I sit.
There's
like,
a comic
oh my
coming
God.
out like
coming
that,
out very
actually.
soon.
Mono Nerd Productions, thank you for the £2. Any of you seen BoJack Horseman? Love your work. Well, thank you. You have
I
seen
love
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack.
It's a good show.
I
It
haven't
was recommended by my therapist.
Okay, that's okay.
I have not finished it yet. I need to. But I think I've seen through season 3, I believe. I forget how long it is, though. How many seasons is it? I think I got halfway through, whatever the halfway
400.
point is. 400 episodes.
Bogtrotter FL asks, who came up with the cartoon? Was it just you, Ash, or is this a group project? It was, so the way, it was Ash's original idea for the concept of Kira and Rue's misadventures. That was all her. And then when we made the proof of concept, I came along to help write the script. And then it turned from that into this crazy bigger thing.
Yeah, I've had.
And then there's also like 70 other people on the team who have helped too. So.
I have had the characters of Rue and Kira for nearly 20 years. Like in 2 years, it will be about 20 years since I created Rue and Kira. So they've been around for a long time. Quinn, I have had since 2016. So he is nearly 10 years old. But the rest of the characters I created with Dave in like what, 2021? I want to say early 2021, late 2020.
Because remember, I moved in with you in 2020 to make the show. So I would say probably more like 2019. We were.
No, we didn't make the characters in 2019. We had ideas for them, but there weren't any designs or anything until like late 2020.
No, you're right. We came up with them, but we didn't really fully design them until I moved into the house.
Yeah, they weren't even done until some point in 2021.
Yeah, no,
I
I'd
believe.
say then I think it's like late 2020 then. I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
Time means nothing anymore. I just screened to the fact that June is already over and it's felt like a week. So
earlier Dave was like, "Hey, Ashley, last day of Pride," and I was like, "I know, I have to pay you tomorrow." And he's like, "No, I wasn't even saying that."
Sorry, the gay tax time.
But yeah, the OG version of Drain I had since I think 2018. So he's been around for a little bit too.
Now, I'm trying to think if I've seen the old artwork, because I remember the earlier designs where he had curtain bangs, and it feels like after there was the switch over to the current look, which that was pretty soon right after I think I'd auditioned.
Drain used to look like Link if he dressed up for a trip to the Crayola factory.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Here, let me pull up some old art.
Real quick, while you do that, I want to answer this question. Alex Allen asks, "What do you think of the series and team of Monkey Wrench from Zarel? We love Monkey Wrench. Zarel and Ash, the creators, are good friends of ours. In fact, actually, there's two people I think actually. I'm allowed to say this because he's already announced it. I have a little voice part in Monkey Wrench episode 4 coming up.
Yeah.
And so does someone else, but I guess I don't know if I can say it.
I don't know if you should even say that much, Dave.
Dude, we've been like the last few days. We've been spoiling so much shit.
Bro, you're bad at keeping NDAs.
Well, he said I could say it.
Yeah, you could say that you're a part of something.
All right, here is the original OG little baby version of Drain. His name used to be Colt. He was a little baby vampire that Rue
oh my god,
and Quinn adopt.
It really okay. I want you to do me a favor, Ashley. Can you have two images up at the same time?
Yeah.
Put this up and then put Griff's original design next to it.
Oh, let me see if I can find
because you
Griff's
basically
original
swapped
design.
them. We basically swapped
their
their characters.
hair.
Because this guy is cute and like wouldn't hurt a fly, and then the original Griff looks like a piece of shit who uses Axe body spray in high school.
God, where is OG Griff? Where did I put him? Yeah, here we go. This fucker.
These two got swapped when
They
when we
did.
made this.
Look at these babies.
Yeah, look, okay, yeah, like
And that's back when he was called Chester, too.
it was.
But yeah, compare this to, like... Where is he?
Although I will say, with the energy of Griff's old design, I feel like he could still fit into something else. And yeah, it's a rougher look. But for some reason, I wanted to say, yeah, Dario wouldn't be right, but something that you go,
Like,
could
how do
still
we
get
get from
away with
that
kind
to
of a
that?
grungy look.
Puddin just screams, "That is not groove."
Yeah.
Now this is the real drain.
Inside you, there are two vampires.
Yeah.
Here's like some old development drawings for Drain as well.
Colt looks like Drain when he was a young lad, a young British lad.
A young
When
British
he was
baby.
a young boy.
Oh yeah, here was the some of the old like full on helmet designs and also like
Yeah.
the more like
Ooh.
He was called DJ Cat back then.
It's kind of funny because we both knew we wanted to do like with him this with the whole DJ aesthetic. We wanted to do something in the reign of like Daft Punk, Dead Mouse, Marshmallow sort
Yeah.
of thing.
I couldn't quite nail down exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, here's also some old cult era Drain vibes. Just a little baby.
No.
He was
The
just
funny
a
thing
little
is
lamb.
how much he looks like one of my other characters
That's
with
so
the shaggy hair like that.
Oh.
Okay, with the
Shaggy hair, sweet aesthetic.
with the hood on, he looks like that. What's that He-Man character that like floats around?
Oh,
Orko.
I know what you're talking
Orko,
about.
yeah.
Oh, here's an old Quinn as well. Back when Quinn was a sweet boy and not a fucker.
Okay.
It's like all the characters went through a personality swap
They
when
did.
we started
if they-
developing this.
I like them. What if they were the opposite of what they are?
Wario Sesamoid?
Oh god. Well, so the fans already made that.
Oh
It's
yeah, they
called
did make
a
that.
band called Thyroid.
Oh my god, I forgot!
Yeah, Thyroid, which is everybody is the opposite.
I love Thyroid so much.
I can't believe that was only a month ago. I can't believe I forgot that. Wow.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. My brain is just a pile of pudding.
A lot of these old
It's been a
designs have Vanessa on the sheets too, and I keep nearly pulling them
can't
up on
show that.
accident.
Do you want to show since you showed everybody else, you might as well show like old Rue, Piper, and Warren.
Let's see if I have some older Rues.
Kitty Dude asks while you do that, "Hey gang, really important question. I'm strongly considering using The Boys Are Back in Town and Christmas songs, quote, for my senior quote. Who said it originally? Thanks a ton and love the streams." Oh, I know what you're talking about. The joke about there are 100,000 Christmas songs, but only one about the boys being back in town. That joke. That's a joke by Twitter user Drill at DRIL.
Let me find.
Ah, yes, one of the internet legends.
Yes. That's correct. A sorted bag of goldfish. That is correct. That it was going to be a reference to Chester from Linkin Park. But it was a thing where like I kind of, with the passing of Chester Bennington, I don't know. I didn't want to like risk any kind of, I don't know. I mean, even Griff is like a total sweetheart. It was just the kind of thing where I was like, I don't know, is this in bad taste or something? So we decided on Griff instead.
Yeah, we didn't
'Cause
want
Chester
anything
Bennington-
to be insulting.
Chester Bennington passing is on like the finger count of celebrities that actually really made me sad. It was like him, Norm Macdonald, Robin Williams. Yeah, so
What's funny is I think one of Quinn's old names used to be Griffin.
How much is finished for the pilot? 65%.
Yeah, it's about
She's out on a
65%.
walk, Ashley.
Oh my god, you're always going on walks. All right, here.
Michael and his classic walk.
Very old Kira and Rue.
Listen, man, I'm almost down 20 pounds. I'm going to keep walking.
Hell
There's
yeah.
old Kira in room.
The old
Kira isn't much
babies.
different. She just has a little bit longer hair.
Yeah, she had longer hair. Her outfit was definitely different. What's funny is her redesign that I've been working on kind of goes back to her old outfit a little bit more. Goes back
Was
to
there almost
this.
a little bit of Ranma inspiration in the design?
You know what? Funny enough, no, I didn't even know what Ranma really was back then, but I can totally see
Huh.
it. There's more.
Especially with Kira's hair. That is peak. It's like a perfect match for shampoo.
If you ask me who this dude is over here, I don't remember. I have no idea who he was supposed to be. I think he was just supposed to be like a guy friend of Rue, and that may have eventually turned into Quinn.
Looks vaguely like Warren, funny
A
enough.
little bit, yeah.
Speaking of Warren, his original design was like very very not very different in body proportion, I would say.
Yeah. He was very twiggy. He was a twink.
He was.
He's a little bit
Didn't
of a
have the
twinkie boy.
thickness that the fandom loves so much.
Nope. I remember my very first note was like, make him thick.
Yeah.
I want him to be strong. Let me see.
For some reason, my mind just mixed up him with. For some reason, my mind actually was thinking of Quinn when that happens. I just saw the animation of Quinn on screen, where, of course, you know, it just all right. Here's the backside of his butt, just swish, swish, bend, and then thought, oh wait, no, we're talking about
Yeah.
Warren.
The ass has got to peek through just a little bit sometimes.
Maxwell Kowal asks, who do you have on for the OST? That would be our friend Adam Halpin, Robot Coffin, who is doing the score for the show. And then, of course, Hunter, Brett, and Jacob are doing all the Sesamoid music. So, but the actual score is being done by Adam.
Adam also helps with the Sesamoid music, doing basically Rue.
Yeah, he also has done work for Satina, Billy Bust Up, a lot of other things, actually.
Ashley, I just saw a little baby bunny.
Oh, catch it, bring it home. I want
Join the family.
it. I will steal all of the bunnies in the entire neighborhood.
It was a very cute, pure black little baby bunny.
Aw.
The most, I want to whet the people's anticipation. The most vital change for Rue was the addition of her beanie.
Yeah.
But because that is for an actual like important reason.
Rue will always be wearing a hat.
Well, as long as she's not alone.
Yeah.
For the same reason Double D wears his hat, isn't it?
I know, it's literally the same shit.
Yep.
Little Ed, Ed, and Eddie reference there for you.
Drain and Quinn give me Veronica and Blitz vibes. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't know because I haven't watched that show.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it either, Dave.
There's some Veronica and Blitz vibes for sure. Except Drain's the clown. Haha.
Aha!
Find out his actual name is spelled Draino.
But the clown is Fizzaroli.
Oh, that's a good point. Are there any Ko-fi donations? Thank you, Amelia.
Oh, yeah. Let me check. Also, I hope everybody watching me struggle to draw a line sees that and knows that even if you cannot draw a line to save your life, you too can work in animation and do cleanup. You just have to struggle more. We do have a couple of Ko-fi donations. Drain should acknowledge his #1 fan, Infamous. I'm down for bullying Infamous some more.
Oh,
So
Infamous.
is that confirmed? Is that Infamous is the #1 Drain simp besides Drain
Yeah.
himself?
I mean, you know, it is a pretty high bar to clear, but
Oh,
I see Bones and Jet just screaming, "Get him! Get him!"
Misty says, imagine a far-fetched clown character. There is one, Papa Swirl.
Yeah, he's our big clown. I want to make, like, a clown character, though. Like, somebody who just dresses in, like, super clown core shit.
Because you have the actual ice cream truck to drive around in, but then also that mascot itself is full body, that does exist.
Yeah.
So... And
it's a suit, right?
Well, I mean, made out of what is what for you to figure out.
Tons of dead children. Ah!
Oh man, I was expecting something wilder.
Don't expect too highly of us. We're not very good at our jobs.
Disney says, Infamous is now infamous for being a Drain simp. Yeah, they kind of dug your own vampiric grave there.
Oh, Infamous. Or actually, excuse me, let me adjust the timbre of that. Oh, Infamous.
There you go.
I'll make him infamous.
Hey, it's not me for once. Yay!
Oh, I forgot. Actually, I need to do Drain as proper Drain. Oh, Infamous. There we go, British Drain.
Here's the question.
What?
Which one is more harmful? Oh, Ashley, or Isn't That Right, Rue?
I like Isn't That Right, Rue so much more.
We need to do Isn't That Right, Ashley?
No. No. No.
Well, it's possible.
Yeah, well, it's possible. That's my favorite. I hope Pomni never says that.
I hope no. It should be the last line of the entire show.
Well, will we get season 2? Well, it's possible.
Well, it's possible.
You just hear Alex lean into the microphone and go, "Isn't that right, Pomni?"
We've got another Ko-fi donation from Amelia who says, "Hey y'all, big fan of the show and thought I'd donate. Hope you don't get annoyed by my Oscar Isaac Farfetch memes. At least I got Infamous who loves Drain. Hope y'all have a good one."
I want to wait. That's a really specific.
That's very
Oscar
specific.
Isaac far-fetched memes. I want to see these.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I don't think actually. I want to see them.
I like Oscar Isaac. So
Oscar Isaac is a handsome man.
somebody made I retweeted it on my account. Somebody made a really good with Quinn and Rue, that Forever Weed brownie comic.
Oh yeah, hold on. I want to pull that up. It's really funny.
that happened just before the stream.
Let me grab it. Twitter. The only thing I will ever dead name. Twitter, come here.
Worthless Archives just keeps spamming Pomni Goes Postal over and over again.
All right, here. Everybody needs to see this comic that was posted earlier. It fucking killed me. So, I don't know if you know what that's from, Dave.
Yeah, no, it's that My Little Pony comic, right?
Okay, cool. I love those comics so much.
It's so bad. It's so sad because that's one of the few things besides that I know about My Little Pony. I've said before, the only episode I've seen is the one where Weird Al is the cheese sandwich guy. But I know this comic. It's pretty infamous. So.
Oh no, he's gonna eat the weed
only
brownie.
infamous.
Chomp. Wow, Rue, did you just eat my forever weed brownie? It was the only way to. The what? Oh wait, your fat head is in the way. Hold on.
Yeah, it looks like Michael is.
Get out of the way.
Ashley, look at my camera.
No, I'm looking at something else.
I'm looking at your camera, Michael.
There's 2 bunnies.
This is a black bunny and a white bunny.
Oh, let me see. Hold on.
You're about to walk into some Twin Peaks shit if you get too close.
Oh, bunnies here. Oh, I don't think this is gonna. Well,
Here,
I'm not gonna
I'll
risk
just,
it.
I'll just,
Send a
send a
picture.
picture.
I was about to say.
Here.
I
got
was about to
pissed.
show my Discord, but then I got nervous. I don't want to show the secrets.
Here, I've got a picture of them doing something.
Visually listening. Thank you for the $5. Hey guys, would you ever consider doing a Smiling Friends Honeycast? I'm thinking it would produce some of the greatest art
I
and
would-
IO ever.
I would love to do a Smiling Friends Honey Kiss. Oh, look at the bunnies. Oh, were they doing what I think
Oh my
they
God,
were doing,
That's a
Michael?
big,
No, they weren't.
Oh,
They were
okay,
just
cool.
standing very
That's
close to
a-
each other.
Okay, cool.
there's a big stretch.
Big stretch.
Yeah, our entire neighborhood is just filled with feral rabbits.
My old one was too. I would find one on the lawn every day.
Oh.
They were so cute.
All right, so back to the weed.
Anyway, the we.
Oh no, he's gonna eat the weed brownie, chump. Wow, Rue, did you just eat my forever weed brownie? It was the only way to... The what? I love fucking the what? Just the cannon on Waddle drawing. And then fucking... Yeah, my forever weed brownie. I hope you don't want to come down anytime soon. Haha, because you're gonna be like that for a long time. Also, I invited all your bandmates and my grandma and your dog, and we're all coming over for hours. Hope you can keep a straight face, Tee. I believe in you, Ha. Just don't let them know. What's really funny is that's really close to being how episode 1 goes down in a couple ways.
And you know what? Yeah.
That's
Episode-
literally the script for episode 1.
The episode 1, Rue trips out. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
Rue eats a forever weed brownie.
Bog Trotter FL, thank you for the $10. Never let a carpenter touch a saw. Never let a welder use a hammer. And never let a cleanup artist draw cut lines on material.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bad at it. I'm bad at everything.
$10 just to insult your art skills.
Cry.
From Bog Trotter FL.
Oh no, wait, I transitioned to the wrong thing. What am I trying to get to?
No,
This.
episode 1 is not
Huh?
the pilot. The pilot is its own separate thing. This makes sense. We said before. Episode 1 of the show, if we get to make the show, starts from the beginning of the series. The pilot is just a big show off of like the tone of the show with all the characters. It would be safe to say that the pilot would be like a one-off adventure about maybe 6 months into the actual series of all the characters knowing each other.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a slice of what the middle of the show is gonna be like.
Yeah.
Just like Lackadaisy.
Yeah, basically,
and
exactly
honestly,
like
yeah,
that.
kind of. Yeah.
I remember you and I had a discussion like when we were talking about what we want to do with episode 1 and all that. And I was like, I mean, we could start from the very beginning, and you were like, I don't know. Then we have to introduce like all the bandmates again and all that. I don't know if it work. And I pointed at Lackadaisy, and I was just like, that's exactly what's happening with them.
It's so funny because you were literally pointing at the thing I was helping write.
I know.
Like,
I completely understood where you were coming from. Like, I entirely understood exactly what your thought process was, but it was so fucking funny that you were right in the middle of writing Lackadaisy at the same time.
You were like, Captiville, just do what you're doing now, but instead of booze cats, do it with gay purple band.
Do it with the Ghoul School.
the groovy ghoulies.
Yeah. It was very, very funny. But yeah, initially, we actually kind of rewrote our episode 1, I think 3 times.
Now, I will say, one of what the episode 1 was going to be is still an episode, but we're making it later in the season.
Basically, what our original episode 1 was going to be is now kind of an overarching plot for season 1.
Kinda, yeah.
And you're just like, actually, this is such a big idea, we could just expand on it and build things up a little more slowly.
Worthless Archive says I got kicked out of the ghoul school for saying anti-vampire words.
Don't be anti-vampire. That's not cool.
Don't be spreading that garlic around.
Could never be a vampire. Garlic was my
Now-
favorite thing.
It's true, same.
Mr. Zekas,
Yes.
we've told this story on the stream a couple times, but I would like to get your side for the people to know about what it was like. We've told the story about how, like, when we hired you to be, how you were the very, very last submission. We were just curious, like, on your side of, like, sending in and then after receiving the role, what was, like, your side of the whole thing?
So, my side of it was, of course, all right, wow, this looks really awesome. Wow, this is actually the second audition I know about this, because originally I saw the Quinn audition, and for personal reasons just hadn't sent one out, but then went, all right, get your button gear, audition. You got the vibe. You had a clear idea what I was going to do for it. So I send it, and, you know, down to the wire, because sometimes voice actors, it takes a deadline to make sure that things get out. Mental health discussions later tonight. But, so, send that out. Okay, cool, done that. I know how your side of the story played out. And then I was about to board my flight home to go see my family for Christmas. And add in the Vine boom right when the email comes in. And I just go, well, Merry freaking Christmas.
Now, I do remember, Ashley, we were talking about how we wanted to, everybody who got the auditions, we wanted to tell them right in time for Christmas. I remember us talking about that. It's so funny, though, because,
we did tell everybody right before Christmas.
Yeah. It's so funny because, like, we told you that, like, we each had a different person in mind that we had wanted for Drain, and then yours came in 5 minutes after 12, and Ashley's like always rags on me for being like, they're late. They lose. You lose. Good day,
You
sir.
lose. Good day, sir.
But it was also a thing where we were like, you know what? Maybe there's a chance that, like, you know, their internet was slow or something. So it's like, you know what? One more. And then we listened to yours and we're like, God damn it. This is the guy.
We found
Like-
our Drain. Fuck.
It's so funny too because, like, you are in real life the exact opposite of that character, which is why I think you're so good for him.
Really nice people are always so good at voicing the most rotten villains.
I mean, you know,
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess we got a good example here too with Jax.
Oh my god, it's like we both have been conditioned to be either pleasant and or just straight up sweet boys in real life. Except there's always that underlying factor by whatever it might be. Like in my case, I will say I am from New Jersey. So it is ingrained into the DNA of going, okay, you need to pull out the asshole. I will reach in like Goatsy and pluck that right out at a moment's notice. Ring included.
Oh, okay, Adam's calling us out.
Hmm.
Adam said,
Uh-oh.
and he rejected everybody else right before Christmas too, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That just means there's an
Oops.
episode where oops all drains.
What's funny is, and I don't know if I've said this much, but one of the other, like, final candidates for Drain was J. Michael, the voice of Quinn's partner.
Yeah, no, we can say that.
Really?
So the person that Ashley wanted was J. Michael's partner, which you can imagine how funny that would have been with those two voicing. And the other one was, I feel bad I forget their name, but they had, like, only voiced in, like, one Newgrounds cartoon, and they were a complete unknown.
You had someone like that for Warren too, didn't you?
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
a few very much smaller unknowns that were finalists as well. They did incredible jobs.
And we were both like, they were both fantastic, and we were like arguing, and then all of a sudden, Zekas comes in and is like, "I'll answer this for you," and then just
Let me
like,
take
well,
care of
that
this.
makes that because Ashley and I immediately just kind of like over the internet looked at each other and were like, "Well, that's the guy." Like,
I still want to work with a lot of those people that came down to being the final ones, and I hope we get to
everybody
someday.
who we came down to like the last auditions, we said we keeping all their information on file to work with.
Yeah, they're going to
because-
be some of the first people in line to try out for any new characters.
No, anybody that tried out but didn't get it, you immediately like block their email so they can't
Oh, yeah.
try out ever again.
Oh yeah.
Why is
Absolutely.
why is the whole chat talking about New Jersey?
Because Zeke has brought it up.
Jersey Shore.
The funny thing is, I grew up on the other side. I so rarely went to the Jersey Shore that I went to Maryland beaches more than Jersey. So it's like all the memes of the Jersey Shore. It's only later in life that my aunt would go, "Hey, honey, let's go watch the fireworks show or something." Oh, okay, then just get pizza and funnel cake as you do down by the shore.
So you don't have that pure evil ingrained in you.
You don't have
partially.
those syringes sticking out if you don't wear flip flops.
It's it's all I mean, it would be more dead body parts, given the whole mafia.
Oh, of
tie-in.
course, yeah.
It was just it's that nature versus nurture, and it was just from the village around. So just know that Drain is also a very, very rude left lane driver. He just barrels through anyone in his way. The Drain tour bus I was trying to think what like Penny and Stocking, where just you see bodies flying every which way as someone just goes barreling through in the most cartoony way possible.
Well, now I'm thinking that if Drain follows his heritage too, then he would be driving a double-decker bus on the other side of the road,
Yeah, exactly.
Even funnier.
just mowing everyone down.
Get off the road, crazy driver on the wrong side of the road.
Bog Trotter, thank you for another $5. As I feel like Drain is named Drain because he sucks all the crap from everyone else. Yeah.
No, that literally was part of why we named him that, is because it's such a shitty name.
That's the thing. Okay, because Drain has his real name, which has not been revealed. Drain is his stage name, and he totally gave himself that because it's so lame. Because he's like, I'm a vampire.
You mean so awesome?
He's like, I could call
Shut
myself
up, you.
Sucker. I could call myself Sucker, but I don't know how that would go across.
He nearly named himself Sucker.
That I think that's a joke we have at one point where he talks about like sort of his past. Like, I originally wanted to call myself Sucker, but that became a PR issue. Yeah. So we just were like Drain, because it's one of those. It sounds like the slightest bit cool, but when you think about it immediately, they're like, oh no, that's.
Every time I see a manhole cover, I think of Drain, because all it says across the top of it is Drain. And I'm like, yeah, the sewers, that's fitting.
Okay, Sam, you're brilliant. Sam, our social media manager. Okay, but the idea of Drain's tour bus being a refurbished double-decker would be really funny.
We need, the Sesamoid van, quote-unquote, ice cream truck has a name, Papa Swirl. What would Drain's double-decker tour bus be named?
Governor!
No, it's gotta be some dumb British vampire pun.
It could be like the...
Well, the Drain Train is his royal coach that he's got when he's going around the country.
That is true. It could be the Drain Train.
You know what would be so funny is I imagine in that case that it would be the double-decker bus, but it would be like that Six Flags, like, the Drain Train is coming, so everybody... Like, you know that Six Flags song?
Oh my god,
the
my
bus
Venga
with
bus.
the bus with the old man?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Justin Green says the crumpet.
The crumpet.
What?
Ooh, Soaring Fox. That's a good joke.
Hmm.
The blood drive.
I just thought blood drive.
That's a good joke.
Literally, I just thought that.
Nah, Soaring Fox 16 gets the credit.
Damn it. Fine. I'll buy the name off you for a quarter.
I'd buy that for $1.
Absorbent Individuals is what it was called, the Underground. You just want him to say "Welcome to the Underground," don't you? People get on the bus.
And it just plays a recording of him when you step on Mind the Gap.
I want you to all imagine now Quinn and Drain doing a cover of fucking Papyrus and Sans "Welcome to the Underground."
Don't mind the
I am so
fall.
down for that.
Michael and I have talked 100 times about doing a cover of that song together.
Please do. It would be so funny.
Are you still there? Michael, you still there?
Me, Michael, or Kovacs?
I'm here.
Michael?
Yeah,
I'm
that,
here.
Okay, that one.
I was saying,
Sorry, no, I was muted because there was a lot of wind.
I was saying we've talked 100 times about you and I doing a cover of the "Welcome to the Underground" song.
Yeah, we don't do it because we can't. We keep fighting over who's going to be Papyrus and who's going to be Sans.
Yeah.
God, I
Decide-
don't know which one of you would be better as Papyrus or Sans.
Honestly, just
We
make
bo-
a call. Which one is more existentially depressed on that given day?
Dave.
I mean, that's me.
Yeah, so you get to be Papyrus.
The fact that the other day when somebody asked who would be the first one to have a cigarette addiction, both Michael and Ashley immediately said Dave. A little concerning.
There wasn't even a pause for thought. It was just immediate.
Because the whole thing started because we were talking about. So we have a fun thing we like to do where we come up with hypotheticals in the house constantly. And I
Mhm.
just had the hypothetical for Ashley. I was like, Ashley, what would you do if you started randomly seeing like half smoking cigarettes just like sitting in the trash, and like you'd see like packs of cigarettes just outside or something completely used up,
I
but
think
nobody in the house is
immediate-
owning up to it.
I think my immediate answer was blame Dave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Didn't even think twice.
I'm sorry. It's a little funny.
Real quick, Action Fan 19. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. Since Kira is a shapeshifter, would she ever take on a human-like form?
She has.
She has-
In art that I have done.
But as far as the show goes, I don't want to spoil anything.
She might not. I mean, I'm gonna be real. We don't even know yet if we want to go that route or not.
Listen, if you're a true Action Fan 19, then you'll have a lot of fun with this show.
Here, let me find her. Where's the little Babum's human Kira? There she is. Let me pull her up. Studio mode. Desktop.
There she is. Little Babums. She's a baby.
Yeah, there she is.
Somebody.
She keeps bumping into her knees into stuff.
Yeah, no, she scrambles through a lot of thorny bushes. Her knees get all fucked up.
Oh, look, it's Ripstud.
Why, hello there, Ripstud, and thank you for the 20 American dollars.
Oh my god.
Thank God it's American dollars, land of
Well-
the free and home of the brave.
Yeah, real money.
If I had to be a duck, who and why would you be said duck?
Well,
to be Daffy.
I know of only one duck that is appropriate because that duck is me. Train, the real train.
There's now going to be an episode where Drain turns into a duck, and that's the plot of the episode.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Just so I can punish Zekas by having to do that voice for 20 minutes.
Dave, Ashley, which cartoon duck do you want to be in?
punish.
Dave,
Oh,
why is it
horror.
Scrooge McDuck?
Stop.
I want to be Ludwig von Drake.
You do?
Yeah.
That's a good duck for you.
Mainly because his voice actor is like probably my biggest like voice acting hero.
His voice actor isn't Corey Burton, is it?
No, it is fucking. Why am I'm forgetting my own. Wow.
He's not exactly your hero if you can't remember.
Well, I'm a fucking idiot.
I forget
I
things
can-
all the time. You're
I can name
fine.
my voice acting
Paul
heroes.
Frees.
Paul Frees.
Yeah, it's Paul Frees. Wow, I'm having a bad day today. Because
We all have those.
Paul Frees is actually my biggest voice acting hero. He's Ludwig von Drake. He's the ghost host of the Haunted Mansion. He's Burgermeister Meisterburger. Yeah.
Who's the really badass nanny in DuckTales?
Oh, Mrs. Oh, I know Webby is her granddaughter.
Yeah, Webby's the
Mrs. Beaksley?
Yeah, her or the fucking evil sorceress duck lady. I want to be one of them.
I think Magica, I believe her name was, correct?
Can you tell that I haven't watched the show?
Everyone's saying Miss Beakley.
Miss Beakley, okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Also, I have to read this out by Justin Green, VO, who says, "Welcome to the Quack Parade."
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see the train.
You know what
I was in it.
I could believe Quinn would still say, "I'm just laying the breadcrumbs," and Drain Duck would be breadcrumbs.
Although I realized I did myself a dirty is that because of the drain train, there is only one duck that I'm allowed to say. Duck from Thomas the Tank Engine. So this is the only duck that Drain could ever be. Not actually a duck, really a Montague, but they just call me Duck because they say I waddle.
Also, Areg, if you're hearing this, hop in.
Everybody, we're going to be joined by our animation director.
Ooh.
If he gets his butt in here, he learns how to press the join. There he is.
Don't be mean to him.
It's Areg, everybody, our animation director.
All right.
Hello. Hi,
Yo,
everybody.
dude.
Hey, how's it going, Zekas?
It's been a minute. Doing okay. A little tired. I was just telling these guys. So I got back from VidCon about an hour before the stream started, and I'm like, YOLO. I'm running on fumes. Let's go for it. Good people. Let's have some fun.
Well, it's good to hear from you, dude.
You too. I know. We need to figure out a way that we actually meet up sometime at a convention because it's like we haven't done anywhere we've crossed paths yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever somehow end up in a convention in Toronto, let me know. I'll come say hi.
I need to get up to Canada. It's been a while since I was last in Canada.
You all need to come up to Canada.
I want to go to Toronto and hang out.
I just got to get that passport put through.
Do it.
I
I
gotta
miss y'all.
I gotta get my passport
Adam
passport
says,
updated.
Ashley, use a JPEG of Spider-Man for RX icon.
You know what? You're right. Hold on.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm glad they remember that.
By the way, today, first of all, thank you, Daniel, for the $2. Have a good night. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Today is the 20th anniversary of Spider-Man 2, the best superhero movie.
Oh my god, really? Holy crap.
Somebody drew this. I want to give credit to them because it was incredible. Artist Cos Perry on Twitter, Cosmo Colombo Perry. They redrew. I'll just put this in the chat for us to see. They redrew a bunch of shots of Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, but in like if he would be animated in like this really nice like Disney style.
Oh, I like that.
Pretty dope looking.
Oh, yeah, this reminds me a lot of like.
Muted.
Oh, hello, Michael.
Also, hello. I don't mean to interrupt. Just wanted to say.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I was just saying, no, this art's nice. It reminds me a lot of like Treasure Planet or Atlantis. Like that very kind of like 2000s, more like mature Disney look.
All right.
When we were talking about Canada, I was just saying I went to Canada for the first time last week just to go say hi to Areg.
Yeah, which thank you so much for that, man. It was so good seeing you.
Yeah, of course.
So wait,
I just wanted an excuse to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
The photo you posted though, you were in Vancouver.
Oh yeah, Areg was visiting Vancouver.
Oh, okay, that works out.
Yeah. I was visiting there for like a week.
And since we live like only 3 hours away from Vancouver, I was like, screw it, I'll take a bus and come up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, Vancouver was fun. It was like coming from Toronto, it was weird because it has like a lot of the same things Toronto does, but just rearranged and remixed and like with slightly different names. Like we have a Greek town area that's on like Broadview Street, and then in Vancouver they have a Greek town in Broadway Street. It's really weird.
That is weird, actually.
Yeah. It was bizarre, but it was fun.
There we go.
Surprised Dave isn't Count Duckula. That'd probably be the runner-up.
Oh, I love Duckula.
I'm grateful you guys couldn't hear the fucking street sign that said "wait."
Wait.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
the like stop like the God, what I'm looking for the word, like the thing you push in order to cross the road.
The crosswalk.
The crosswalk, that is it. Jesus Christ.
There you go. There's a Spider-Man hanging off of the Kendrick Lamar train.
Oh my God, there it is. It's me.
Because the crosswalk near where we live, every single crosswalk always like wait to cross this street, and then tells you exactly which street I'm on. Really doxes you actively.
God, you every time you go on a walk when we're streaming, you almost dox us.
I sure do.
Don't do that.
Stop it.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Speaking of Ashley, I just walked pretty far. I'm just gonna wait for the bus to get back.
Okay. Why do you do this every
You
time?
you walk super far away and then somebody has to pick you up.
Well, this time it's the bus's problem.
It's true.
He's like a dog who gets
Also,
lost.
Ramaji says Kin Drain La suck.
Oh my God.
For
Yeah, we-
context, Ashley, I'm right by the old apartment.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah, guys, if you ever want to have any of us here, actually, it'd be cool to have all of us, but any of us here, email your local convention.
Yep.
We want to come.
We
And,
all love doing conventions and seeing fans.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, letting
Yeah.
us know that you want us at your local con, unfortunately, doesn't do a lot because that's not up to us.
Oh, well,
It's
fuck
Plus,
me
a
then.
lot of us love going on trips, and like we consider it vacation more than work.
Yep.
Because yeah, it's usually like you guys are like asked to like go to cons and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's up to the
Yeah.
convention itself to invite us.
It's really
Nice.
nice too because as you do more conventions, also like people that do other conventions constantly go to each other's conventions, and if they see a guest is really popular and people want to see them, they'll be like, "Ooh, we'll invite them to ours too."
Yep.
And then it just it spirals from there.
The
Out of
more cons you
control.
go to, the more cons you get invited to.
So yeah, y'all know what to do. Be annoying. Message them.
Exactly. Even if it means tagging them every single day.
No, no, no.
Which is exactly how you get leading roles in all of your favorite series. Always
Yeah.
badger
Oh,
every member
God.
of the production crew and anyone you think might have some relation to casting.
That's how it works.
Exactly.
That's how the two Michaels here got where we are, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. I just
No.
messaged them every 5 minutes, and all of a sudden, boom, there I got a role.
Stop
And
the
blacklisted
social
from
medias
everything
and
else, but that's
everything.
beside the point.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, this is sarcasm, by the way, just in case anyone
Slash
doesn't get that.
S.
Just in
Slash
case.
What they're saying is do not do those things.
Yes.
What,
That is
see,
not how either of us made our careers.
we
I'm putting a
told-
Pac-Man smiley in the chat right now just to affirm that point.
We told this story that Mr. Zekas, haha, funny audition, last one. Well, listen, that's a lie. What really happened was one day I received a little box in the mail, and I opened it up, and just a note that just said "Make me drain," and I looked up, and then a red sniper dot appeared on my head.
Dave, don't tell them the real story. Shh.
And also
No.
attached to that letter was like the exact addresses and phone numbers of each of your family members.
Yeah.
Guys, I was going to tell the story after the pilot released.
Ah, dang it.
Oh, man.
We
You know, that
ruined
surprise.
it.
You know, actually, that's what actually got me to work on the show as well. Not gonna lie.
Ooh.
I
Man, that is the best acceptance letter you could ever get as a red dot on the forehead.
Mm.
I plead the fifth.
Hey, you're still getting paid though, right? Right?
Wait,
You
Right?
want payment.
you're,
What do you
sup-
do on this show?
you're supposed to pay people?
Mm.
I'm not gonna answer. Okay, to stop the jokes, yes, I do get paid.
Everyone gets paid, even Dave.
Yes.
Tomorrow I get paid.
I
Well, I'll
know.
be taking all
Hey,
that
Dave.
exposure to my OnlyFans.
Hey, Dave, you gotta
Hey,
pay
Mike.
me rent,
I ain't paying you shit.
bro. What
Mr.
the
Voice,
fuck?
Where's
Mr.
the
Voice-
rent?
You know, you should have said Scrooge McDuck, Mr. Voice of Indie Animation.
I was
submitted all
muted.
those
I literally
bills.
did say that. I was
Aw.
muted. I was like, which cartoon duck? And Dave, why is it Scrooge McDuck?
You got all that amazing Murder Drones has been Billy Bust Up money that you swim in.
Yeah, it sure is a lot of money I make working
Oh, yeah,
independently.
Oh yeah, independent projects make all the money all the time,
Oh, dude,
guys.
you wanna
And the-
you wanna know?
The
We live
government,
in.
the government loves to take half of it too.
Oh,
I'll be
dude,
honest,
taxes
the only-
love freelancers.
If you-
They love them.
If you want me to be completely real with all of you here, the only reason I have like any money in my savings account whatsoever is because of conventions.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
The actual,
no,
the actual
like,
projects do
I-
not pay that much because they're all indie.
I
Yeah,
know we're
which-
messing with each other. Like, dude, I have written for like multiple like really successful indie projects, and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I want to make this clear. This isn't like from people deliberately underpaying most of the time. It's just because, when it's independent, people are paying out of pocket, and most people don't have a ton of money,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, no one's fault. It's a lot of the times it's literally just the best they
I'm
can
A
just
do.
lot
knowing-
of times also we've got contracts and we've got like, a listed rate that we've worked for that we agree to. And I'm cool with those rates, even if they're not, super like I'm not like gonna make a buck ton of money, but it's
Yeah.
like I like doing it because I'm passionate about the work.
That's the thing about indie animation in general, whether it's animating, writing, voice acting, cleanup, any part of it. Indie animation is incredibly rewarding and fun in the creative way because you have freedom, but there's no money in it.
No, none.
So just if you're
There can be if it's like a gangbuster, but like a lot of the time what
but
money you get from it usually goes right back into
If you-
production. Like look at Glitch. A lot of that money they make goes right back into the production.
If
Right.
you make a digital circus, yeah, you'll be doing good, but there's only one digital circus.
and even then, it's like
And
as much
it's
as I
amazing.
absolutely adore Digital Circus
It's
and
duh.
love Goose, it really like lightning in a bottle sort of like explosion.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
success that you just can't replicate.
None of
On-
us even expected it is the thing.
Yeah, I was shocked, like just seeing like how quick the numbers were going up with that thing, and I mean, well deserved. I think the pilot's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit! I've like never
Yeah,
seen something
after
climb up
episode
that
2,
quickly.
though.
I knew it was going to be a success. I did not expect it to be as huge as
You
it
know what?
ended up being, though.
What I thought it was going to be one of those things that maybe did pretty well. I didn't think it was going to actually do as well as like Murder Drones or Has Been or Helluva, for instance. I thought it was going to be like one of those pilots that's really artistic and people like it has a small but dedicated fan.
Like Lackadaisy. sort
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the level of success that Lackadaisy's at is kind of like that perfect level to be at, where
I
like it's
agree.
enough for it to fund itself, but it's not so insanely popular that the voice actors are constantly getting doxxed and there's tons of content farm shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's still kind of like a niche thing, somewhat.
Yeah.
Today
Yeah.
we're going to be visiting Poppy Playtime, and we're going to have a special, amazing digital circus drawing video we'll show up later. Stay tuned to the end. Here's our
Hey, guys.
toys.
I hate
Hey, it's
them
me, Rich,
so
from
much.
Poppy Playtime.
Is that ever-
I
Yeah.
love content farmers.
Yeah. So
not naming any names. Cough, cough, Lanky Box. Anyway.
Cough, cough.
yeah.
cough,
So yeah.
Gonna
Not
raise up
usually
on
not
me.
much of that with Lackadaisy. There's just weird furry art.
Yeah.
which is fine.
I mean, that comes with the territory.
We
Yeah.
love the furries.
Yeah.
We got two good questions here. One from Soaring Fox 16. Are there going to be any rival bands in the show besides Drain? If so, I'd love to hear the names. Yes, there's Cheese Grater.
I'd say a lot of the other bands, though, aren't so much like rival-ass rivals and more like friendly rivals.
They're pretty like they exist because there's like a battle of the bands sort of thing at one point, but they're just another group that exists in Valeport. That
Which, by the way, Battle of the Bands is another indie animated cartoon, I think, right?
It
Yeah.
is. I haven't seen any updates
Ellison-
about it in a while. I wonder what's going on. I'd love to see more of it.
Because last I knew, I think the developer, Ellison, I forget her last name, but she relocated to Sweden to work with game developers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
By the
That's-
way,
yeah.
for those who don't know, we have a poster that if Ashley wants to show it. Cheese Grater is the all cheese themed metal band.
You know what?
that
I'll just say it. That big clump of characters that we dropped the names of, a few of those names were for Cheese Grater.
that is true.
Tilly, Chester, God, what were some of the other cheese pun names we came up with?
Oh god.
I don't remember anymore. It's written down in my notes somewhere.
They're Swiss though.
They are Swiss.
we didn't decide that. Because to be fair, the best like black metal comes out of Sweden, so
That and Norway.
and Norwegian too. Bogtrotter for $5. Thank you. This is a really good question.
Yes.
Can you work a 40-hour week, have weekends off, and still be able to do voice acting? Or is it a full-time job only? You absolutely can, because like, not just voice acting, but any creative thing. Yeah, for the first 8 years before I had the chance to do this full-time, I worked in a butcher shop and still did everything, writing, voice acting, podcasting, music stuff.
Mhm.
You just have to have the drive. I mean, I love you guys.
The other thing with that is also, though, if you're working like, let's say a voice acting gig where they work like, let's say you've got a director and engineer and they're working, maybe 9 to 5, sometimes somewhere around that.
Mhm.
You unfortunately, in some situations, will kind of have to find a time in between there to work if it's like, I don't know, anime or video game sessions like that. But for the most part, especially in the indie sphere, it's really flexible. So you can absolutely work at whatever schedule you need, depending on what the client can do. And if it's even one of those things where you need to do like a live recording session or not, because you don't always have to.
Yeah.
No, it
I know.
definitely varies.
I know
If-
for my first 3 years, I ended up, I was working night shift, 40 hours for a job, and was during the day going up to New York whenever there was something I needed to do and tried to make it all work. Sometimes you will need to make sacrifices. So if you've got someone who's understanding and they give you the flexibility of, okay, you can work, you can take the time off that you need if you have a quick audition, especially that a lot of projects there that were made remote in COVID times, a lot of studios have yanked that right back. And it's
the
a
only
thing of-
reason I did anime is because I got to work from home because of COVID, for instance.
yeah. Even I'm in Texas, but I'm not in the Dallas area. Crunchyroll requires every talent to come into their physical studio in the Dallas, Texas area.
Unless you're like a legacy talent that moved away, like Sunny Straight or someone that like they
Yeah.
can't really replace.
That they choose not to replace at least.
Yeah.
Let's not talk anime. That's too much salt.
Exactly. Yeah. This is about indie, and indie's great.
And also,
Indie's
anime
awesome.
pays crap anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it here.
Everyone knows that. That's like a fact of the industry. The
Oh,
anime
okay.
does not pay well.
And it's an expectation setter. Like for one thing I wanted to bring up, I know Ashley, I apologize. I think I cut you off, but
Oh, you're fine.
yeah, appreciating indie clients who do everything that they can to even reach up to what are considered standard rates, because they're ones who will go to the effort to pay their worth. And especially as you form a voiceover career, anime, it is one of the lowest paying, and there's oftentimes a lot of negotiation and fighting to go, even just to get what's considered a middle rate. And across markets, you can be paid at a high standard of quote unquote 75 to 150. Funimation, they used to start people off at 35. And then they would forget, quote unquote, when they hit their hourly period, which was about as clear as tar, bumping them up to the second rate, which was whether they had an agent or had prior worked in anime with someone else.
Mm-hmm. And like, I'm sure some of you are hearing $35 an hour. That's great. I only make like $10 an hour. What you don't realize is with voice acting, you're only going in for a couple hours a week,
maybe
maybe
even a month.
Lucky. Yeah, like going in once a week means you're doing really well. Usually it is you're going in for maybe a couple hours a month.
Like I'll give I used to be kind of ignorant to this as well. Like when I used to work, like I said, in the meat market, I was making $14 an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I was working 40 hours a week.
Yeah, that's consistent.
Right? But then I would think the same thing too. I'm like, oh man, I'm doing a lot of work here. It doesn't seem like a lot of work for just the voice acting thing. And then you actually think about how much time is spent, and you're like, oh no, it actually does make sense. So
like you're not paying for like just the amount of hours worked in the studio. You're paying for the amount of time it took for them to be, proficient enough to do that work.
And like the hours and hours of auditioning that you don't get to charge for, and callbacks and revision, like it's a lot.
Yeah. Salty Cheerios, thank you for the $21. I love your Kermit icon. Have loved your streams since the Honeycast and Has Been Pilot days. They were always a fun time. Also, Ashley, are you using OpenTunes?
I am using Toon Boom Harmony, but I want to try OpenTunes. I know it's a very cool program. For those who don't know, OpenTunes is the software which is free and open source, I do believe, that Futurama did, I think, almost all of their animation in, and Ghibli used a bunch too. So it's a cool program to check out if you want to. Also,
Which one was that again? I'm sorry?
OpenTunes.
OpenTunes.
I think we missed a donation from I Am Pluto.
I'm going back. Just get your hands off, slap.
Fucking fine.
I Am Pluto. Thank you so much for the $5. I was just saying earlier how I was excited for another stream to actually have money for once. Well, you're very generous. Does Warren live in a house? Thanks, y'all are cool. Warren lives in, I think we said it's an apartment.
It's either a house or like the bottom floor of a townhouse or an apartment or something like that.
He has his own place, but it's not like super high end. It's nice. It's clean because he's a put
like,
together.
I think what I had thought of is that he got a really good deal from just some sweet old lady who lives upstairs. Like, it's the only reason he can make it work. He just got super lucky.
Jack of Mine says Warren lives in a yellow submarine.
Oh my god.
The only reason that I keep thinking that it might need to be a house is because Papa Swirl has to stay in his driveway.
Yeah, that's
where
the
Griff
thing,
lives.
For those who don't know, Warren got stuck with, even though the truck technically belongs, I guess, to everybody in the band, even though they don't want it, Warren got stuck with it, so it stays in his driveway, and Griff sleeps in that. I don't think the
truck belongs to anyone in particular.
There's actually a whole episode about
how they acquired
the lack of registration with the truck. that honestly,
the gang goes to court.
The joke in that one is one of my favorite, just cold open jokes in the entire season. We have what happens.
I love that episode. I'm so excited to get to it. It's so funny.
But thank you. And Totally Razzical, thank you for the $5. Hi, first stream I'm here for. Well, welcome. Pardon if this is an odd question. As a normal Warren liker, okay.
There's no such thing. Don't lie to yourself.
Following it up with what is something that I could fluster him for science?
Any attention at all will fluster Warren just a bit.
Honestly, Warren just wants a nice, normal conversation with someone that isn't about, how much work he has to do for his friend, for his band, or about rambunctious anime or monsters running around. He just wants someone to talk to him about a nice radio show or something.
Yeah, he kind of surrounds himself with lunatics.
Yeah. He loves them, don't get me wrong. He loves his little band of freaks, but I think every once in a while, Warren's just that one that needs to have just a nice, normal conversation. I've always pictured, like, Warren at the end of nights sometimes just sits down with a little drink, plucks at his bass, and listens to NPR.
So, question then, is Warren a coffee shop guy, or is he a make a cocktail for himself guy? Or is he just, I just want a beer?
That's a good question. I feel like Warren would appreciate, like, not like a super, like, fancy cocktail, but maybe like just like an old-fashioned kind of thing, and like,
Okay.
sort of that aesthetic of like a nice wooden paneled coffee shop. I'm just saying things I like, by the way, so...
I admittedly also, after Salem had done up an alt version of Warren that just looked like me and my one friend of mine who his entire aesthetic is coffee shop bartender core, and just go, this Warren just looks like the love child of us.
Also, we have a Ko-fi donation from Fizzy Dizzy. They say, I'm back with more maple money. Sorry. I guess we'll forgive you. Welcome, Michael Zekas, to these streams. We're happy to have you here. Important question. What will determine my love for this show /J? Will Big Chicken make a cameo in Farfetch'd?
Well, I mean, can we say that?
Who's Big Chicken?
Yeah, Big Chicken is an old Honeycast.
It's an old Honeycast meme. I was hoping Michael would chime in because he has something relevant to say about
I was trying
Big
to lead
Chicken
him
from
into it.
today. But I guess Michael isn't here.
I bet he's on the bus.
I bet
But
so.
when I heard Big Chicken, like the first thing I thought of was like the giant chicken from Family Guy.
I'm not on the bus yet. I was just muted and I forgot. I took a long time to get back up. But I went to a place called Big Chicken today, and honestly, it was all right. I wouldn't go again, like unless it was like a group thing. But
well, you heard it here. Big ringing endorsement for Big Chicken.
Called Big Mid.
I don't know. The chicken patty I got from McDonald's before that one Honeycast is a little bigger.
Oh no.
That's where it came from. Was that?
But you know what? Sure, we'll make Gus's Big Chicken.
God.
Because Gus's Big Blank is just the insert we do for every business so far. Also, they say, I hope you crazies have fun and congrats on 65% completion. Thank you.
Thank you. Minty asks, how many episodes will Farfetch'd have? So, if we had our dream to make the entire show, Ashley and I have a 3-season story in mind.
Yeah.
3 seasons of like 10 episodes each, isn't that?
I think 12-ish.
So it would be like 30 to 36 episodes if we got our way.
Yeah.
But that's asking a lot.
Yeah, and also don't take that as like guaranteed or like
grain of salt.
Massive grain of salt. It could end up being 5 episodes. It could end up being 100 episodes.
Who knows? It could be the pilot, and then we are both killed and never seen again.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry, Ashley. I'll take over the property and I'll make it something else.
Thanks.
I thought you were going to say I'll make it something better.
No, I'll make it worse intentionally.
Oh, thanks, Glenn. That's a way to honor our memory. Bog Trotter, thank you so much for all the donations, Bog Trotter.
Yeah,
thank you $10. Again. 'Tis not about the money, it's the friends I make. Genuinely, I want to go in this because I love working with friends. I don't care if I'm getting $7.50, as long as I'm working with people I look forward to see. Well, that's the thing, is that if you You're talking about voice acting that you want to do. You genuinely want to get into this for the passion.
You gotta do it for the love of it.
Yep, that's exactly right. That replies to what we were saying earlier about indie stuff paying no money. The reason we do it is it's for the love of it, and that's the same thing with that. So you're doing it for the right.
And that's not to say that we aren't paid like fairly, because we work on things because we think that we get paid what we consider fair for the work we do. We wouldn't just work on something because, just because, even if like the pay is bad. We only do it because we actually are fine with it.
Yeah, and I try and make sure on Farfetch that I am paying well for indie rates as well. The
Ashley,
moment that I can afford to pay more, I will.
Yeah, speaking even from the acting experience, is that Ashley and Dave, they have paid better than some clients that are established companies, for lack of a better way of describing it.
I was about to say I found out actually our pay rate on Farfetch was better than what Netflix has been paying on certain properties.
Oh, that's not excusable.
I'm like, that's bad.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, the whole a lot of indie projects are just kind of paying what they can. That applies only for indie. If Disney or Warner Brothers or Netflix is hiring you for something and they're paying you the same thing an indie show would, call them out on it, because they can definitely pay you more.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Y'all probably saw Ubisoft was trying to get people to do TikTok auditions to get a voiceover role in a video game.
I literally responded to it and went, no.
Oh, yeah. I did not hear about that.
Are you? That's fucking crazy.
That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, par for the course considering their whole generative AI crap that they're pushing. So
we love it.
Let's also be real though. Back in the day when we were younger, we probably would have been like, "Wow, let's do it."
Oh yeah, we would have fallen for it.
The problem is
that's unfortunately exactly what they're counting on.
We're too smart. We're too smart for it now. At least, a lot of us now kind of understand. Oh, this is a tactic to get free publicity, and also just kind of utilize the talents of somebody who doesn't know any better.
It's so funny that
is pretty scummy.
The first thing I thought of was just this advertisement, Ubisoft going gamers, perform your best Assassin's Creed Fortnite dance to be in the new game, or
I don't think that was far off.
Also, unrelated, so I was going through my Farfetch notes, which is a massive document, looking for the different Cheese Grater band member names. Yeah. And do you guys want to hear one of the random notes in my Farfetched notes document?
What do you got?
Please.
Bullet point, Chris Angel mind freak kind of guy.
Is that for the lead singer?
No, it's just a random bullet point wedged between a million deep lore things.
Okay, well, I guess there's gonna be a mind freak.
Chris Angel mind freak kind of guy.
I mean, it's set in the 2000s. It makes sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
Oh my god! Can we recreate those David Blaine Street Magic videos, but with the Farfetch characters?
Who would do that? Who would be the one to perform?
Quinn.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
He'd be really bad at it.
And the worst part is, it would probably be Rue and Griff he does it to and blows their mind.
He would Quinn would try for all of 2 seconds and be like, I don't get how to do this. This is lame and annoying and everything but admit that he's just bad at it. Has to blame everything else. And then he'd make Rue and Griff do a duo act like Penn and Teller.
Oh my god.
I feel like Griff would make amazing magic by complete accident.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That sounds about right.
Okay, I found it. I found the Cheese Grater member names. Do you want me to say them, Dave?
Yeah, is one of them Pepper Jack?
No, it's Colby Jack.
Colby Jack. Okay,
Colby Jack. Vel, like Velveeta. Bree.
Of course.
And then Tilly and Chester.
I have to tell you, Adam just came down here and he just suggested something that would either be a great band member or one of the song names.
Huh?
Parmesan.
Oh my god.
Parmesan?
Because I came up with ones like Beaten Black and Blue, and then like Gorgonzola. Parmesan is a good one.
Can I read another random bullet point from my Farfetch notes?
Sure, what you got?
Bullet point: Ratman, savior of the homeless.
I think I'm pretty sure
You
that's
were
a note I
there
would
when
have.
I added that note.
I'm pretty sure that's something I would have said.
I
That
think
sounds-
we were in the middle of a subway when you. Now it's just like Dave,
Ratman, savior of the
Ratman,
homeless.
savior of the homeless, and you're
Wasn't
like,
there-
why? And I'm like, dude, just trust me.
I love the specificity where you specifically remember it was in a subway.
Yeah, I remember exactly where that note was fucking.
I mean, there's rats in the subway.
Can confirm.
No, it was a Subway sandwich shop, which is also filled with rats. So you know.
Yeah, same thing. It applies. It applies.
Jack of Minds, no, I know what you're talking about. That is not a. You're talking about the V8. You're talking about Ratma from VHS. No,
I was just about to bring that up.
But
Yeah.
I am very familiar with that. I showed that design to Ashley. It was the big rat monster in the sewer from that VHS like '94 movie.
Yeah, that was like my favorite segment from that movie. It was
I'm
so
saying.
good.
P number 505 says Cheese Cave of the Mutilated.
I mean, he's kind of a savior of the homeless. He's got a bunch of them like bowing down to him in that movie.
Yeah.
Also, what I wanted to genuinely do with any of those ideas that I just read out, I don't know anymore. That's a problem
you know
with
what?
my notes.
Let me open up my giant document and find a couple random bullet points to read.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta get stuff down, even if you don't really remember what it is. It might come into handy later, you know?
I have so many documents just marked far-fetched. Holy shit.
Like, I think I have an idea of what I wanted to do with that. I think
Here we go.
it came from, like, an actual, like... I think Ratman is a European cryptid? And he actually is, like, associated with, like, homelessness or something.
Okay,
I think
so
I
I
want to
have...
do something with that.
This is a very large document I have called Far-Fetched Series Notes of things I just jot down on my end. And one of the first things that caught my eye is, and I quote, ass vampires and sexy werewolves for my boss, Ashley Nichols.
I remember that exact conversation. There were lore reasons for ass vampires. I remember that.
There's a good one here that says, Clodagh puts ibuprofen in her backyard thinking it's the good stuff.
We need to make that a comic.
You need to explain first, though. Ask vampire, elaborate. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Okay, all right. I actually do remember this. This was something I pitched, and it's not. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore because it's too ridiculous.
Yeah, things have changed a lot since then.
What it was originally
is that for the special Patreon tier? I wonder.
No. So what it was, is that one of the ideas we originally had for some of the more mutated monsters was that over time, because they had learned to evolve their weaknesses from like other monster hunters and stuff, that they had evolved themselves. So like a lot of vampires know if I get stabbed in the heart, I'll die by a stake, right? So what they had learned to do over time was to move the location of their heart. And so the idea was they had moved one of these vampires had moved his heart to his ass cheek. And so they had to they were like, why isn't he dead? They're like, you have to shoot him in the ass.
They'll never guess my secret hiding spot. I keep my heart in my ass.
So I was about to be just a shitlord and go, okay, so what you need to do then is just secretly pitch that as the Drain Quinn ship name. But then I went, Oh no! This gets
No.
even worse the more I think about it with that context known.
This was an idea, I'm pretty sure, from like the very beginning when we were just coming up with anything,
Oh yeah,
creating the world.
we were just
This-
fucking around.
Does that mean if they did anal, it would give them a heart attack?
That's exactly right.
That's why I stopped and realized, oh no, we've got like. Sounds like Death Note like
Talk
that.
about getting staked through the heart, am I right?
Ah!
Ayo! Zing!
Well, in that case, that is shot through the heart.
And you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
Once again, vampires from New Jersey.
I'm sorry, chat, for putting that image in your heads.
A bunch of people are gonna stop watching the show now and just go, this show's stupid.
It's not happening anymore. We made it better.
Like the late 2000s, we embrace the cringe. We cherish
Wait,
it.
I don't. This is still really funny. I want to, even if we still do this, people will forget because this just sounds funny. Something I wrote down.
Hmm.
Drain's mascot head gets scuffed up, and he has to wear a paper bag. Quinn offers him a plastic bag at first.
That's good.
That's still pretty funny, actually. I can go and keep that. That's still funny.
We're keeping that one. That one's going in an episode.
That's a funny joke.
I love the idea of him putting on the plastic bag and then just taking a deep inhale. Oh my god, I want to see that image animated. Like, I can already imagine like the bag being like hyper detailed as he put like briefs
Can't
in.
forget about that joke. You never have a Men in Black flash you thing. Like
Somebody would just go, Quinn, that won't work. Vampires don't breathe. And he'll just be like, shh, shh. It'll
Let
just
me
give me
have
the
this.
satisfaction. It'll make me feel better for 2 seconds. Drain would just put it on, too, without
Jack
even
of-
thinking about it.
To go back a second, Jack of Mine says that takes the phrase "this sucks ass" to a whole new level.
Oh, God.
We're very mature here. I
Only
promise.
the most mature.
Well, there you go. You got an insight into the writers' room.
And this is why you should give us money.
I think they're gonna start taking away their donations now.
I know. Just start seeing a bunch of negative charges.
So I was on board until the ass vampire bit. Now I'm taking my Patreon pledge away.
And doubling it.
We're very funny, I promise.
Wait, did we miss
Oh.
Quimby's super chat? I will go back.
Yes, I wanted to lead this to you guys because I figured the question.
Oh, I see
would-
it. Okay.
Yes.
Quimby, hello, you digital demon, you. Would Drain DJ the raves at cons? Ooh, that's a good question.
Absolutely, we would love that.
That would be fun.
I feel like there was one of two ways, is that he would either do it and be so excited but not let anyone know, or he'd be like, no, I only play main stage. We pay you $20,000. I only play main stage. Silently takes the money.
It's like, no, sorry, you're playing SpatulaCon for 13 people.
We would
I could
love to do like Sesamoid and like Drain sets at cons. That'd be so fun.
I can imagine Drain as a DJ just like blasting like the loudest, most obnoxious trap music ever.
I mean, listen, those of you who are patrons, and if you'd like to become a patron of us for $1, you can actually listen to a snippet of Drain's first song right now,
Mhm.
and it's I'm not gonna lie, where it's like
It's a banger.
It's a fucking banger. We've got. Are we allowed to say who's working on it, or should we keep that quiet?
We can say it. We have Paranoid DJ working on the instrumentals, and then Chi Chi, who is a very fantastic singer, is doing the vocals on it.
And
We'll
then
go check it
Mr. Zekas
out.
himself, as Drain, is doing a lot of
Yeah.
ad-libbing and stuff, because basically it's like Chi Chi is playing the like a female vocalist he hired to be on his track. Somehow
through connections with his daddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, anyone can Planet of the Base this stuff up. I got my connections. Everyone comes into work for me. You see, here's my black book. Everyone's called me. Everyone X'd out. Denied, ignored, denied, hung up, denied, blocked. Restraining order.
That's right. You get Paranoid DJ, you get Chi-Chi, and you get Mr. Zekas as Drain. There's a lot of... I'm not going to lie, like, I will straight up say, the very first time DJ sent in the demo to this, because we're very specific with what we wanted, that even though Drain is a big, dumb, idiot, nerd, man, baby, poopy head, his music still bangs, because he has to be popular for a reason. It's not his personality. So, but the first time I heard the demo, I was screaming. I was so happy, because it sounds like a dance club version of if John Carpenter and Mick Gordon had a dance club baby. And it's so tasty. Like,
Yeah, even I know the first time I got to hear the cut when I knew what we were doing, and just go, this. First of all, I am already a massive Paranoid DJ fan, and so the opportunity to then do this and then hearing the music and just go, yeah, it is. The song sells itself. It is.
Yeah, that's another thing too we are doing. For those who are familiar, like Sesamoid has songs out on streaming platforms and YouTube. Like, you can listen to the band as the band. It's gonna be the same thing with Drain, where it's like we're gonna release under that name.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if every musician in the show is gonna have their own
probably not.
Spotify. I think like
at least Cheese Grater.
You know what? Yeah,
how many
Cheese Grater
Spotify
needs their
accounts are we
own.
gonna? How many DistroKid accounts are we gonna have to open?
Hey, I mean, it's a possible source of income.
We're gonna have distro children.
Distro
Also,
harem.
by the way, the first 616 frames of this animation have all of Quinn's hair done.
Hey, good job, Ashley.
It would.
I was almost hoping it was going to be 626 after Creature Feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 616 frames down. We have... what's 900 minus 616? 284?
284, that's correct.
Yeah, 284 frames to go.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Well, it's not even 284. There's a bunch of frames that are filled in, but... God.
I'm gonna read this question with a warning tag on it. Silas Blue Rose asks, "Hear me out. If semen has more life energy than blood, why don't vampires just suck dick?"
Who says they don't?
I was working in the lab late one night.
It's like you gotta.
Why
have
are you all looking in my
well.
direction?
Yeah, actually, just slowly turning to you.
You have so many quotation marks around your sexuality on the website.
I
Don't even.
am straight! Accentuation, accentuation,
I forgot.
exclamation point!
Somebody asked earlier. They asked, Michael, what do you think about your character having straight with 16 quotation marks around it? Like,
Look, I want to underline a point!
It's for extra emphasis. Yeah. Got you.
yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what italics are, so I use quotation marks.
Like, I'm not
It's
putting...
Pride Month, so I have to identify as even straighter than usual.
As straight as a bridge that can withstand the wind! Wait.
cut the footage of just the collapse. Well, I am Pluto for your $2. You just got your wish. He did just say something in Drain's voice.
There you go. Also, did you read Turkey Beard's question?
So I'm gonna read Turkey Beard's question. Turkey Beard 2010. Thank you for the $10. What kind of lore monsters are you gonna put in your show? Because the Talipo or the Rogaroo would be cool. We're not doing any like I'm not familiar with those monsters. I'm worried those are like folklore creatures.
I think those are Australian cryptids. I could be wrong.
Okay.
We definitely don't want to step on any other cultures' critters that are important to their culture, like certain Native American cryptids that shall not be named because the people of those cultures do not want them to be named. So stuff like that we're gonna avoid. I'm not even sure about yokai. I don't know what like cultural importance there is, or if that's sensitive or not. I need to do more research, but American cryptids and like a lot of other cryptids and creatures and stuff from all over the world that aren't culturally like sacred, totally fine. Full on good to go.
Like I said, we have like classic monsters like vampires, werewolves, sea creatures, stuff like that. But a lot of the monsters in Veleport, because of what's going on in that town, are mutants and original cryptids that we have actually made for the show. It's like, so a lot of the it's like it's inspired by things, but a lot of stuff we are actually coming up with. So
I do want to include stuff like Mothman and stuff in the show too, though, just because it's fun.
It's fun. It is kind of overdone, though.
I don't care. I'll find a way to do it and make it unique.
Also, to be fair, I should have known this, that the Rougarou is a Cajun werewolf. I should have known that based on my Louisiana upbringing. It's just a werewolf who really likes jambalaya.
Hey, I mean, understandable.
I think I just realized how the name works now. Because I'd never heard of the Rougarou. Wow. Okay, it really is just right there in the name.
Yeah, Rougarou.
Nice.
Somebody said jackalopes. I love jackalopes. I have a soft spot for them and Wolpertingers.
Amelia says, "Holy shit! I fell asleep during the stream with my headphones on,
Oh,
so I wake up to Drain saying he's straight. What did I miss?"
Ass vampires and dick sucking vampires.
Oh my!
Yeah, typical stuff.
Lions.
Are you sure
tigers,
this
and
show's for
bears.
13 and up?
Yeah.
13 in the
No,
mind.
no,
and
Michael. TV 14.
up. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, there's a
Dad's
reason
got the
why
parental controls on.
We're not doing any of that.
Let's be fair. But let's be real. I was like 8 years old watching South Park. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm a
a lot
child
of
of
us.
the early internet.
Yeah, a lot of us saw stuff we definitely shouldn't have.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
there is. Sorry, I want to go back for a second because Misty reminded me. There are also, besides classic monsters, mutants, cryptids, there are, yes, kaiju do exist.
Yes.
Well, in fact, there in Veleport, there is one specific hometown kaiju, which you might meet sooner than later.
I love him.
Foreshadow, foreshadow.
I love him so much.
Missy said, "Ayo, Ayo is right." you. Let's see.
Drains,
Drain have only
drains
fangs.
only fangs.
Oh, that's for the member club.
Fuck off.
It'd be
Come
funny
on,
if
be a
it,
fan. $1 a month.
it'd be funny if it was just him like brushing his teeth, just really close to the camera.
I have the beginnings of a far-fetched bestiary written out, and I really love the kaiju section.
You really scared me for a second because I thought you were going to say you had the beginnings of a far-fetched OnlyFans figured out, and I was about to be like, we did not have this conversation.
The show would be
Like-
funded by now if I had that.
Maybe if we were making a different type of show.
Yeah, St.
Nope.
Page had a fart fetish.
Oh no!
They just fight against monstrous Elsas and Spider-Man the whole time.
Oh
There you
no!
go.
Oh god.
Don't
Okay,
let them spread the Nutella
giant-
on the toilet!
I mean, we're already halfway there. Look at me.
Oh yeah, good
it's
point.
true.
Oh no,
We have her-
Elsa's now 15 feet tall with size 32 feet. Don't let her step on the band. No,
She's
Don't step
barefoot.
on closer. Don't step on the big syringe. Like,
Oh.
Okay, oh, dude,
All
what?
the weird syringe videos fucking back in the day.
And now she's pregnant with 2 babies.
Hi, gamers. I'm back from my walk.
Welcome
welcome
back.
back.
Perfect timing.
Sophie Art says, I'm new to commenting. What is Drain exactly?
That's a good
That's a
question.
good question. Here, let me pull up Drain's page on the website.
Drain is the antagonist or rival to Sesamoid. Mainly to Quinn, but his friends and band fall in line, so he also hates them. He is an EDM musician who is also a vampire, and he is a little piece of shit.
Here,
but
here's Drain's
He is
page
not the
on
main
the website.
villain of the show.
He is not the main villain. He likes to think he is, but he absolutely is
Yes.
not.
Twist is, I actually am.
Oh, honey.
He's the wannabe edgelord of the show.
All right. Here's his fun
Oh,
fact.
The people say they don't want to know what is Drain. They want to know how is Drain. How are you doing?
Okay, how many of y'all just came from watching Lumpy Touch's latest Where's Waldo that are asking that?
Oh,
Here's Drain's fun facts. If he had a D&D character, it would be a neutral evil elf warlock. His favorite color is magenta, which is totally not pink. Favorite animal is sharks. Favorite ice cream is cookie dough. Favorite
Yeah.
food is cookies.
yeah. Even though he can only eat them barely.
Yeah.
Ashley, did what was there a particular choice behind
There
his
might have
favorite?
been a
Have we ta-
certain
have we
inspiration
not
for
told you
that.
this? Wait, okay.
Oh my god! I just now I realize the reason that would be okay.
So this is absolutely true.
I need Ted Tebow with.
Drain's one really soft side is the fact that he has a secret affinity and loves baking. And that may or may not have come from the fact that Zekus in real life sent us cookies and they were delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't filled with poison.
They
No.
weren't, shockingly.
There's
Sorry,
no
I was all
love.
out.
Yeah, ever since it's just creeped in that, like, Drain loves baking and cookies.
There's a whole comic where like it looks like he's like cooking up some evil dastardly plan with the lightning striking, and he's really just baking little bat-shaped cookies and watching like Jerry Springer alone in his house, in his apartment. Like,
Oh, Jerry Springer would get him hyped as hell. I could already see it.
yeah, because he's watching a thing where it's like, "You are not the father," and he's like, "I knew it." as he's eating
He'd
a
watch
cookie.
so much
Like-
trash reality TV.
Although also, Ashley, now that you mentioned the sharks thing, are you going to animate him doing the Rin Matsuoka dance from that one? Was it an opening or closing of Free?
Oh my god, you're right. I need to do that.
Puddin' as does Drain make forever weed cookies.
Yes. And sends them to Quinn constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know where they keep coming from. They just keep showing up on my doorstep. From I can't read that. Rue, you can read the rest if you want.
Rue reads who it's from and
I
she
like-
just doesn't say anything.
I like the idea whenever Quinn is suspicious about eating something, he makes Rue try it like a palace poison taster.
It's
Like-
true though, he would. Like, and there needs to be a drawing of Rue just foaming on the floor and Quinn's holding cookies going, okay, so don't eat these, got it.
And you just have Griff walking by, just nonchalant going, "Hey, cookies, nice."
I'll take those, sweet.
Poor Rue.
She's just the punching bag.
We made our protagonist like roadkill you see on the side of the street.
It's
Oh no.
It's fine. She'll find her
Oh,
protagonistism
poor baby.
eventually.
Poor baby.
She'll be okay. She's fine. Don't worry about it. She's okay.
Adam says Rue is the physical embodiment of the Family Guy death pose.
Oh no!
Or that one render of Pim dead in the chair.
Yeah. I believe Mar made that edit with her hair and beanie over him.
Yeah, I remember that. I love that edit.
I hope she actually gets cookies. I'm sure Clodagh makes Rue cookies very frequently.
Oh yeah.
Puts weird shit in them, but they still taste good.
No, Lucretia, that's a good idea. I want to see Rue in the Yamcha pose in the pit.
Yeah!
That's funny.
I was just thinking that Clodagh makes oregano cookies, but they're actually oregano.
That's the thing is that like I think the sign that Quinn knows he does love his grandma is that he does eat whatever she makes, no matter how questionable it is.
Oh, yeah. And she usually manages to make it taste really good, even if it's fucking weird.
Night of the Living Cookies asks, can I have an edit of Drain getting the shit beat out of by Girl Scouts?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, we already have Quinn getting the shit beat out of him by kids when he came up to the ice cream truck, so might as well do the inverse.
Quinn getting owned by kids is a trend now in the fucking comics.
That is one of my
hilarious.
That is one of my favorite comics that I wrote, was the one where he's such a little scam artist that he's trying to sell kids the Sesamoid Adventricular CD instead of ice cream, and they just beat the shit out of him in the truck.
Yeah, it's great.
The best thing is that he takes it personally every time. Like, he fucking wants to best those kids.
He's like, these 8-year-olds have no taste in music. Like,
I'm gonna beat the shit out of these 8-year-olds.
Like,
Warren,
after they do that, it's like,
do it.
It's just like, yeah, alright. Then it became personal for me.
And that's when it became personal. I hate Quinn. Quinn sucks.
Ew Possum asks, will there be any relationships that form within the series? Friendships and possibly lovers such hookups, maybe. You'll have to see.
Maybe. Tee.
A lot of characters evolve over time. It's called writing.
You know, initially there actually weren't going to be like any. It's something I wasn't really interested in exploring, and Dave was like, no, it'd be cute. And I'm like, all right, maybe.
I've been alone for so long. Let's make this fictionalized.
There's no sex.
Maybe.
Let's see. Quinn, who has been listening to Kiss since he was 8. I would absolutely believe that from Clodagh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
100% spoon him, yeah.
Yeah, like Kiss, Black Sabbath, like all that kind of stuff.
I'm so glad gay people exist. Thank you, Farfetch'd. Not after tomorrow.
Yeah, Farfetch'd is going to cease to be after tomorrow, because all the gays evaporate.
All gay people suddenly Thanos snap out of existence on July 1st, apparently.
Including the extra quotes on Drain's orientation.
Tomorrow, I take
They're all gone
the
now.
quotes off.
No, add more.
Adam has, do gay people watch Farfetch'd?
Oh my
I think
God.
only gay people watch Farfetch'd.
I mean, I don't know. Chat, what do you think?
Anybody
Chad,
here
is
got
this
that
gay?
straight pride?
Yeah, Amanda, I would definitely say for where you're talking about Kiss and Black Sabbath, it would be in the same category of being shown to Quinn. Any of those 60s and 70s rock and metal bands.
If anything, I'm just getting nostalgic because I think I was about 9 or 10 when my dad gave me my first Van Halen album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, here, you're gonna appreciate this.
And then my life was forever
Oh god,
changed.
everybody's listing out their sexualities.
Oh my god.
Straight, gay, straight, bi, abrosexual, autistic. Yes, that counts. Bi. We got a nice mix here.
That's my favorite sexuality. Autistic.
Night of Living.
I absolutely love autistic. Yes, that counts.
I feel like one of the what else?
Sorry.
By all
So,
means.
pansexual, asexual, panromantic, trans, straight, bi. Yeah, we got everything. This is
Fuck
I
yeah.
I do like Night of the Living Cookies. I'm the designated straight friend. That's what Warren is, and people hate it.
The fandom fucking hates it.
Look at that. Look at this giant list of every spectrum. That's what you like to see. We can all get along.
I always
Absolutely.
laugh when I see some sort of comment like, why does the show have so many gay people in it? Rah. And I'm just like, have you been around fucking band and drama kids and emos and goths of this era? They were all gay. All of them.
Also, I got to point out, Lana Lee Visual Arts says scoliosis. Me too. I also have that. Yeah, this is nice. It's nice to see everybody is can watch this Purple Dog show.
We love every one of our queer audience
Unless your
members.
name is Dennis, then you're not allowed.
Oh, that's true.
Dennis.
I don't care what your gender or sexuality is. If your name's Dennis, you're not allowed.
What if my name was Dennis, Dave?
I wouldn't want to know you.
Wow. I just wanted that silence to hang for a while.
Yeah, just oh, just like the Owen Wilson.
Dave, what if you woke up one morning and found out your name had always been Dennis Capdeville?
I wouldn't wake up.
There's somebody in chat named Dennis right now just wanting to kill themselves.
I'm kidding, I promise.
I can literally imagine you, Dave, like, you know, waking up hearing that and then just falling back down, turning into clay.
Yeah, just
He becomes
dissolving.
stop
The-
motion.
The
Yeah.
one person in my life that I knew named Dennis was like, he's dead now, but he was a man.
Holy
who-
shit!
Yeah, he
This
was
is what
my
I mean,
mom's.
Michael. I hate when you share
He-
stories.
He was my mom's friend, and he was someone that had their face like smashed by equipment at work, and he had to like have intensive facial reconstructive surgery.
My goodness.
I hate your stories.
Also, now I just realized then there's a new sexuality. Bisexual Dennis Aster.
There you go.
Ah.
I love the chat saying just the casual, he's dead now. Yeah, I knew it, Dennis. He's dead.
See what I mean, chat?
And this is why you shouldn't know a Dennis.
Amanda Doodle, I
They
appreciate.
die.
Amanda Doodle says because of the implication, Dave. I appreciate you got the "It's Always Sunny" reference. I appreciate that. I was also a band kid, which makes a lot of sense. Yes, multiple people are saying they were band kids. Is that a sexuality now?
Yes.
Probably.
Drama student and band kid are both sexualities.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, there were enough hand checks on the back of the bus after band competitions.
I played alto and bari saxophone from 4th grade to college in the marching band and the concert band. So
I was never in band, but I was in choir. What does that make me?
a singer.
I thought you were gonna say straight or something.
If anything, now I'm just going, oh god, I was all three. Band,
Oh,
choir,
no.
and theater.
Oh,
Is it-
damn.
Is this the part where we start kicking? No, SpongeBob, that's a chorus line.
I want to do some kicking. Yeah, what does that make Patrick?
Just
Patrick.
Patrick.
I mean, I don't know. He did get a fucking trumpet shoved through him.
No,
I
that
don't
is
wanna-
true.
I'm not going to spoil what it's for, but I have to. Yesterday, doing a meeting for Lackadaisy for a project, I had to reference the scene where Patrick goes, "The visions in my mind are all an enigma," and the milk falls over.
That's such a good gag.
It's so
That's such a-
good.
I had to reference that for a gag in a Lackadaisy bit.
Also, I wasn't in drama, but I hung out with all the drama kids. And so the fucking drama teacher would constantly have me work as, like, a grip. Like, doing, like, paint and lighting and, like, helping build set pieces and, like, the whole shebang. And I was like, but I'm not in your class. And he's like, I don't care. You're here, so you're doing something. And I'm like, okay, fair.
Honorary.
No escape.
You're an honorary gay.
I was.
Also, temporary leave from looking at chat to let Jack out again.
That boy is so full of piss and poop.
You know, I don't think I was in any of those, actually. During all of high school, I kind of just drew in the corner a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I did for the most part, too.
Yeah, I did that so much in college that I remember someone in the class made a bingo card of, like, things that happen every day, and one of them was Auric draws in the corner.
Fucking... Actually, part of the reason that I left high school was because I got kicked out of choir. It wasn't because of anything I did in choir. Actually, I was doing really well in choir, but my economics teacher fucking hated me, and so she failed me, and then went to my choir teacher and said, hey, fucking Ashley flunked my class, you need to remove her from choir so that she can retake econ. And so I was forced out of choir, and fucking I was stuck in economics again with the same teacher that fucking hated me and would just go out of her way to bully me. And like, I wouldn't even be doing anything. I'd just be sitting there and she'd go, Ashley, I hope you're not drawing again. And I would be like, I'm just listening. And she'd be like, yeah, I'm sure. Everybody, let me know if you see Ashley drawing. Tell me what she's drawing. Like, just so snotty.
What?
And I remember one time she did that and the entire class stopped and went, leave her alone. She's taking notes. Like, literally, the entire class was just like, knock it the fuck off. Like, that was the point that I was in public school, and one thing I will give my public school, the teachers were shit, but the students fucking ruled. If one of the teachers was being shitty to a student or bullying them, the entire class would fucking get up and just be ready to fight the teacher. We all had this it's us or them mentality.
Dang.
I mean, that's really cool of them, at least. Like,
yeah, no, the students all fucking ruled. They were awesome. But yeah, I think there was just one class where she was just being particularly mean to me, and I left school, I walked out, and I just never came back. And like every single time my parents would drive me to school, I would just walk off campus and leave. I was just like, nah, I'm done. I'm not gonna come here and be fucking harassed. I don't deserve that. And they couldn't like transfer me anywhere else, so it's like, well, GED, here we go, woo!
Man, I know. I think one of the worst experiences in my mind. So, I remember being in the 5th grade and had a substitute teacher, Catholic school. And I would always draw every moment I could. And, okay, I was top of the class. Not to brag, but I got my work done. Everything done, shot for 100s. Deal about it in therapy nowadays, but point being, shot for everything as it was. And I remember finishing my work, drawing afterward, and this teacher who got angry because I was supposed to read more instead of after I got my work done. Instead of, okay, my work's done, do something. No, here's another assignment for you. Ripped the drawing from my desk and shredded it in front of me.
What the fuck?
Gym teacher.
Christ.
And also was the only teacher I ever got any detentions from in elementary school. And I just look in retrospect going, you know, it's like the villain origin story of someone who had such misery in their heart. And I'll think, is there anything I did wrong about that? No, they were an asshole.
Nope. Yep. Fucking.
Damn, what did I return to?
See, both
sharing our
of the
traumas, dealing with awful teachers.
Oh god.
Both of these stories are stories that I wish ended with you guys saying, anyway, now they're dead.
You do. I will not say that on stream.
No comment.
Anyway.
They're definitely in the chat listening. So.
We shall not actively wish malice in some circumstances.
I hope whatever they were dealing with to make them act that way, they have healed from and they are kinder people now. I prefer that over. I prefer that over anything else.
I hope someone at one point just at least like gave them a little punt in the butt.
Listen,
Just a little one.
How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Adam says, I had a gym teacher make these kids who forgot their gym shorts so they couldn't participate in class stand up and chant, "Would you like fries with that?"
What?
That's so fucked up.
implying that they wouldn't go anywhere and that they'd have to work fast food or something. Wow, what an
What asshole! Fast food workers deserve our respect.
derivative moron.
No, honestly, fast food workers are freaking heroes.
Yeah, and they work a job that literally leaves them with fucking burns and is so fast-paced and so difficult, and customer service already is fucking miserable. So no, shout out to all the fast food workers out there. Y'all are heroes.
I've seen so many like burger places and like restaurants and stuff post-COVID that have like max 3 people working in the kitchen. Usually it's like 2 or even just 1 dude like juggling so many orders, and I'm like, god damn, man, nothing but respect. That shit's hard.
Yeah, fucking for real.
I remember during the pandemic, when I had gone back home in between living in LA and living with Ashley and Michael, when I was working back my Louisiana butcher job again, I remember, how many people just treat, retail and store and, food workers like garbage. But then during that, when we were an essential business and essential employees the whole time, everybody would come up like, wow, you're such heroes doing what you do. We really appreciate it. And I'm like, just let me cut your meat, please. Like,
it shouldn't have taken a pandemic for them to do that,
That should just be, you should just treat people with kindness.
Just be nice to hospitality workers, customer service people, all that stuff. Like, a lot of the times it's people just trying their best, Yeah,
no, exactly. Like, even when I am dealing with something like really annoying and frustrating and I have to call customer service to like get it resolved because like the company is being stupid or the website's broken or whatever, never once have I ever even thought to be mean to the customer service worker because they have nothing to fucking do with it. Yep. My anger is not at them. Fucking.
Have I ever told the story on here? Probably on a Honeycast I have, but maybe not this stream. About one of the wildest things that happened when I was working at that, and I really liked my butcher job a lot because I loved my coworkers and my boss. But one of the wildest things that ever happened.
Is it that lady?
That was at the shitty LA one.
Okay.
At the job I liked, it's really funny in hindsight, but in the moment I was just bewildered. It was the night before Thanksgiving, and we were closed Thanksgiving Day. I was doing the close up shift because we were going to be closed the next day, and it was about 7:00. I got off at 8, and I was just finishing cleaning up like the last of like cleaning the blocks and stuff. And this man walks up to the counter. In his hand, he's holding a big aluminum tray. And he's like, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Yeah, can I help you?" And he said, "Hey, I was wondering, could you cut this up for me?" And he opens up the aluminum foil, and under it is a fully cooked Thanksgiving turkey. Keep in mind, I'm working in a raw meat market where you cut raw meat. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, did you cook that already? He's like, yeah, I just got finished doing it. I don't know how to cut it up though. and I'm like, well, sir, I can't really do that with number one, it's a purchased item. We could have cut that up for you before when you bought the turkey. And then he says, oh, I didn't buy this turkey from here. I bought this from Walmart.
Oh my god.
So he was just like, I guess at that store, those butcher guys can cut this turkey I bought somewhere else and cooked from for me. And I was just bewildered. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And he's like, oh, that's okay. And he left. And I was just like, just complete, like, just the amount of levels of logic to go through,
It's so funny.
Wow. I love everyone in chat's like, maybe he wanted it to be poisoned.
Maybe,
Oh, maybe.
maybe he wanted it to be like he was doing like a red wedding Thanksgiving sort of thing.
Tell them it was me.
The one that Ashley is referring to, which is when I during the production of Has Been, when I lived in Los Angeles, I worked at another meat market, which was the opposite. It's a nightmare place to work because the management. That one day, because we had actual cooked meat we could sell in hot boxes and stuff, because they would do a barbecue on the weekends. And one time, this lady who she must have been around 65, 70 years old. She looked like one of the Golden Girls.
Didn't
came
act
up
like
to,
one.
No, fucking more like Aluminum Girls. Came up to me and like, excuse me, do you have any of your cooked tri-tip left? And I said, oh, let me go, let me check real quick in the back because we don't have any out here. So I went to go check. Didn't have any left. And I just came up to her and was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. It seems we're all out of the cooked tri-tip. And she gives me this weird Joker smile and says, if I had a gun right now, I would shoot you. Have a good day. And then walked out of the store.
It's so fucking weird.
And I just stood there like frozen, like, excuse me? like,
huh?
Like, was I threatened or was this some kind of like jest or like I was just completely like bewildered.
Is this some turn of phrase I'm not aware of? What? It's so strange.
Yeah, it's I could do a whole like 2-hour podcast on Dave Butcher stories.
Dave the Butcher.
Ashley, do you keep hearing a weird popping noise outside?
Yes, I do. What the fuck was that? I
don't know what they keep doing. I've been hearing it like this is the 4th time I've heard it. I don't know what they're doing.
Little
It's almost
fireworks?
4th of July. So.
Yeah.
They might be prepping for fireworks, maybe.
I fucking flinched and dodged like it was a gunshot.
Oh, we need to get some medication for Misty and Jack.
I know. Misty is going in. Well, fireworks don't bother Jack. Fucking Misty's going into the vet on the 2nd to get some sort of something to help keep her calm down. Or keep her calm.
For context, last 4th of July, Misty had a big episode.
Yeah, she had a stroke because the fireworks freaked her out so bad. We're hoping we can get her on some sort of chiller outer. Yeah, those are fireworks. Oh my god, I swear to god, if I find anybody who's doing illegal fireworks, I'm going to fucking throw them off a Minecraft cliff. Ugh.
Yeah, I found some. Well, I forget what. I think it was New Year's, and so all of a sudden, I just find random firecrackers and fireworks in my yard, and look and go, where the hell did they even shoot these off? That they ended up here.
Yeah,
I literally don't know who put on the fireworks show in the neighborhood that I got these things.
I think thankfully whoever's doing fireworks outside, it's just the little like poppers.
Yeah,
like the little like, yeah, those are just. I heard it now clearly. Those are just the little legal poppers.
I went to the grocery store today and they had a little display of those things in the front. So
yeah, those are fine. Those don't bother Misty.
Yeah, we're gonna be having fireworks tomorrow. It's Canada Day.
I like that you guys are like, no,
Canada.
we have to be like 2-3 days before.
Yeah,
cool.
It's not 4th of July. Shut up! It's Canada Day. It's better. It comes
not
first.
Christmas. It's Boxing Day. Yeah.
Arik, I was once on a tour after I graduated high school, and it was my group from the U.S. And another group from Canada, and it was over both of the holidays. And oh my God, talk about a Hatfields and McCoy situation where just they're going back and forth at each other just the entire trip. And I'm just like,
just all the fireworks.
Yeah, and I go,
all the noise.
I'm never going on a school trip ever again. Me and the other choir kid on the trip would just go, we're just going to sing the national anthem on the 4th on the bus when we do that. We do it classy with us.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. No more.
Yeah. Be chill. Enjoy.
I like that Michael's icon keeps lighting up with every little fire popper that goes off.
Right.
It's like he's making the noise.
I sure am. Are they going off with me?
Yeah, your mic goes
That's
off
pretty
whenever
funny.
they go off. It's really funny. Hold on. What? Set off another. There it is.
There it goes. I heard it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Ultimate Trash Boy asks, when does this stream end? Right now, bye.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it
cool.
has been nearly 3 hours, I think.
Wow.
I think we are about done. Okay, so, update. We are on frame 651 out of 900. So we have...
I'm almost tempted to make you go until you hit 666.
Don't. We'll get there. Which frame is 666? Please be an ass frame. It's
Please
not.
be like the
dang it.
ass is directly at the camera, like a smiling face.
I
like-
mean, the ass is pointed directly at the camera. Quinn's hair is just in the way.
I am so glad Sarah did that, by the way. Just the fuck. The absolute ass tease. Just like, not. You don't get to
just
see it.
peeks from behind the hair every now and then. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is like the only clear instance of it really is right here. It's so funny.
I love it. I love it so much.
Tomato Sauce says, "Oh shoot, I joined at the end. Well, it's looking great so
Well-
far. We'll
Thank
go
you.
for a few more minutes.
We'll go for a couple
We
more
won't-
minutes.
Disappear
Besides-
completely.
Yeah. Besides, you guys will stream again, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
We did like 4 times this week, and everybody's like, "Enough! Stop! We're tired of you." We're like, "We get it." Like,
Oh, come on.
Everybody
just
just keeps being like, more? What? And it's like, yeah, I think I'm finally getting over my anxiety and depression, and I want to work on this, and I want to share it. So fucking here.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Mar, god damn it! I don't even want your $2 for that.
Neuron.
Catboy Drain. That is all.
Oh yeah, Zekas, you've seen Catboy Drain, right?
Oh, I have. No, I know how much well, depends on which Catboy Drain, because I certainly know Meowth Drain ends up in my own Discord on a daily basis at this point.
I
didn't
love
really
Meowth
realize,
Drain
but-
so much.
Drain is definitely Meowth coded as far as like the
he
attitude.
so is.
I didn't even think about that, but totally. Yeah.
Drain,
'Cause
that's right.
I know you've done more art since then. I'm trying to go, I think I know which one. Just which one was it?
There's a cat drain in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh yeah, Dave, I have a bunch of like secret doodles I've been doing in the margins of this drawing too. And I had to turn them all invisible. You can see where the gaps are. There's more
yeah.
down here, but look, there's a little cat drain.
Let's see. Yep.
Is that Minecraft hero?
No,
there
it's
he
just
is.
it's just a fucking Minecraft creeper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a bunch of doodles
Honestly,
here.
I will pay you to finish that off and make it an emote if I can get that.
I'll totally do it. And then we have Thick Lizzie, who's just Cake from Fiona and Cake.
Yeah, you need,
I
you need
love
a-
the colors.
I need to make her less cake.
It's Cake and Rose.
It is. Yeah, it was just like, oh, I'm gonna draw Drain, I'm gonna draw Quinn. And I looked and I'm like, oh, they have exact same expression. Oops.
Although now seeing a fuzzy creeper, you go, oh, you just want to pet the little hell monsters.
I love
just wanna hug.
creepers. I love creepers so much. They're so cute.
Oh man.
Oh man, I play on a modded Minecraft server with my buddies, and we have like races and stuff that you can play as when you join. So like there's like elves and shulks and avians and like a million different things, gnomes, dwarves, goblins,
Do you use more player
Minotaurs.
models or something so you can actually morph the player character?
Nah,
like that?
unfortunately, it just doesn't change the player character at all. It just changes
Okay.
how your gameplay is. But mine that I play as is cat. And since I'm a cat, creepers are scared of me. So I love running around in the game and chasing after creepers and just watching them go, ah, no! Stay away!
Oh no!
Scary! So every time I see one of my friends like about to get bombed by a creeper, I just run up to them and the creeper just goes, ah! And runs away. It's really
Well,
cute.
I had never played Minecraft before, and I joined Ashley's server one night, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll try this game." And I ended up building the Dave Cave.
Oh yeah, I remember the Dave
No,
Cave.
tell them what you built first.
Oh yeah, no, I actually forgot. Yeah, the first thing I did was I built a tower of just dirt blocks, a single
And-
1x1 tower going up into the sky.
And then he
Oh,
fell
no.
off it, so he had to make another dirt tower to try and get back to the top of his other dirt tower. And he fell off that one, and then he had to make another one. And so I
And I
look at
just left them suspended in the air.
yeah, they just got left behind. And
Yeah.
fucking, like, I just look back at Spawn after playing for a few hours, and it's just big towers of dirt and big boxes of dirt everywhere. I'm like, Dave, what the fuck?
To be totally fair, I think that's what most people who boot into Minecraft for the first time probably do.
Oh, it's exactly what everybody does when they first
Go
play.
we back into
Yeah.
mine.
I'm still shocked that is the first time that you played Minecraft, considering you act with Michael Kovac, who, according to Wikipedia or last wiki, whatever I checked, acts with the Avmouth channel every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I can't believe I've worked on AFMAO.
Oh my god, it's like wow.
Yes, I totally do.
Then the next thing I did though was I made a big, giant mud hut tower with a single door that goes down into a 1x1 cave with one bed and one light that just says the Dave Cave.
And then Dave never played ever again.
Nah, I was like, I've had enough.
Well, yeah, he peaked.
I made an entire modded server, and you won't even play.
Also here, I don't know if you can show this on stream. I'll put it in our little VC. But there's Catboy Train.
In the
Oh,
VC,
did you draw
let's
him?
take a look.
Hold on, let me pull this up and
Hey
put it on
guys, I'm
stream.
Drain. All right, I'm gonna go
Hey,
get some lasagna now,
Just I
and then
hate,
kick Normal Quinn off.
I hate Mondays.
Weird.
So, actually, wait, would that make Quinn John, or would that make Quinn Normal?
I think that makes Quinn normal.
Yeah, he'd definitely be normal.
And then Griff's Odie ass coming along.
Yeah, I think Warren would probably be John if
I was
anyone.
just about to say
Oh,
Warren's John.
no.
We did that comic with Warren and Kira as John
Yeah.
and Garfield, the pipe comic one.
Yep. That was like the lasagna cat music.
Yeah, we even had Jonah read the Warren lines.
Oh my god, yeah, the little like lasagna cat Farfetch jingle Adam did was so perfect.
It's so
Yes.
good. Adam did such a good job.
I love it.
Who's Doc Boy? Rue.
Yeah.
I forgot about Doc Boy.
Hyper is normal.
So dumb.
I'm like, can we just do one more thing because I don't want to end on Garfield Drain. I feel like that's like the bad ending.
Oh, that's gonna be the new stream thumbnail. Hope you know.
Okay.
Oh, sure. You got my permission. You can use that.
You know,
I
like,
wasn't
you know,
asking.
You know when you play a visual novel and it says like the bad ending? That's how I feel like if we stop now.
I'm so used to just bad ending
Let me
Garfield
change
things
the
being the
name.
norm that it just I don't think there's any other way you can go about with things with Garfield. Although here's the question then: who is Jim Davis?
Me.
Oh. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Fair.
Oh god, I've sent this to Michael before, but have you guys seen there's like this clip from the Garfield show, like where I think Garfield's having like a nightmare, and there's like a bunch of people staring at him angrily, and among the crowd there's just Jim Davis.
Wait,
And like, yeah, and Garfield names him out and like does a double take. He's like, oh, John, Liz, Jim Davis, and I go, Jim Davis.
We need to.
Yeah, like he's like, wait, you're not supposed to be here.
We need to recreate the ending of fucking the Lasagna Cat sex survey results video with the Farfetch characters.
Oh God, no.
I thought you were gonna.
No.
I don't know why. This is how broken my brain is. I thought you were going to say we need to recreate the ending of Everything Everywhere All at Once with Jim Davis and Garfield as two rocks.
I mean, that's basically what the Lasagna Cat ending is already.
Kinda, yeah.
So, warning, do
Just
not
worse.
watch the
Who's
ending
there?
of that video
It's a
unless you
masterpiece.
are mature enough to do so. It is a
Yeah.
masterpiece, but it is also very graphic and contains some very horrifying nudity. So yeah.
Yeah.
Very well made. Don't watch it unless you are old enough to do so. But it
I'm
is
like-
very intriguing.
I'm genuinely surprised it's still like up on YouTube. Not complaining. I think it's fantastic. Just like I'm amazed it's allowed.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
it's
shocked.
because 95% of that video is 3 hours of like the same innocent
No,
little
it's like
loop.
it's like 4 hours and 50 minutes.
Because the shocking
same
short
loop.
film part is only like 3 minutes of like a
Yeah, it's
4
just the
hour
very
film.
end. And it's incredibly well made. Fucking, it's nuts. Lasagna Cat is a very interesting channel.
I don't mean
On-
to interrupt, but I gotta go.
Oh, where
So
you
I'll
going?
talk to you guys soon. I'm gonna help a buddy with an audition.
Okay. Also, Michael, I need to record that audition tonight. Please help me.
Oh, yes, after the stream and after I'm done helping my
We should
buddy.
probably end then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will help you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Let's do that immediately after the stream ends and after I'm done with my buddy.
Yes.
All right,
Alright.
bye everybody.
Have
See
a
ya,
good
Michael.
night.
My Michael.
Bye, Michael.
We want to thank both Michael Zekis and Areg for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Drain and the guy who animates Drain.
It has been an absolute blast, and man, it's just it's nice to hang with you guys on stream and just have some fun while just something words, eloquence, appreciation.
Yeah. It was good talking
It's
to you
been
again,
fun.
man. Good hearing from you.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah. All right, and with that, thank you everybody else who's joined us. Everybody in the audience, I see 357 Sneak, I see AWIPS Show, Rainbow Nightmare, The Diamond Planet, Paunch, Cyber Superstar, Carbia, Turkey Beard, Sinning is a Sin. I know Quim's there somewhere. There they are. The
There they
Twisted
are. Hello,
Demon, Padrage, Isabel Alvarez, Leaf, Amity, everybody else. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. We will be back again sooner rather than later. We gotta finish this fucker's hair. And
Goodbye,
then,
human beings.
and then we'll move
Thank you all
on to
for
some
watching.
better body parts. So yeah, see y'all next time. Take care. Have a good night. Catch y'all on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, superstars.
Don't die.